The button is pushed for me.
Oh, Eric, can
It's
I cross class into anime swordsman, the best one we've got?
hey, we're live on Mixer. There we
Hey!
go. All right, fixed, saved. All right,
Hurrah, hurrah, huzzah, huzzah.
huzzah, huzzah. All right, well, hello everybody. Welcome to episode 34 of Fall as They May. Now with 100% more Subway pasta.
And also 100% more mixer is not making us upset.
Yes, we are actually
Whiskers.
We're actually live on Mixer. Hopefully, some of our viewers from last time will stop in to say hello.
Hello.
But anyway, last we left off, the favored few had made a deal with two members of House Kemtor, Taldra and Sabre, and had agreed to assist them in taking down Senrith. They made their way across a open slave area where terrible memories flooded into Ezreal's mind as they made their way across this constant barrage of torment and hatred that crossed her mind as they went across, mostly succeeding their stealth checks. However, an unfortunate one by Valak got a slave in trouble and badly beaten for Valak's mistake of knocking over one of the carts that was transporting some of these gems that they were harvesting. They managed to make their way into the house. Ezreal was disguised as a matron that was to be presented before Senrith to join the household. But before they could, they were all pulled away. Most of the members of the party getting stuck in an upstairs prison, while Ezreal was taken by a drow named Sirdar to explore the house. He managed to see through the disguise that Sabre had given her, and upon realizing who she was, embraced her, not calling her by the name Kalalia, at which point memories once again came back to Ezreal of the kindness that he had showed her during his enslavement. A hard-fought battle, and a lot of damage later, Ezreal fell to Senrith. However, that seemed to be the catalyst to awaken her artifact, granting her new abilities, which I changed from the last stream. So if you guys watched the last one, I did make a few adjustments to it, which will hopefully present themselves at some point. Anyway, the favored few, upon attempting to defeat Senrith, managed to get him to plane shift away. Sabre, taking command of the situation, told one of the captains what had been going on, presumably some sort of pawn in her scheme. All the drow guard laid down their arms and embraced her once again as the matron mother of House Kenamtor. The favored few were rewarded with a piece of the artifact that, once put together with the piece they already had, formed this sort of gauntlet that called out to Morton. He took it, attuned to it, and is now the proud owner of one of the artifacts, if not for the fact that it is now in a weakened state, being dismantled. The party took their leave after a night's rest and a breakfast the next morning from House Kenamtor. Back to the surface, and with a scroll Flanar was given, teleported, and made their way back to the outer walls of Nuxvar, the capital of the Sanguine Empire. And that is where we left off. So as the rift closes behind you, you see some of the guards, you see some nearby guard kind of very quickly grab onto their weapons and, almost in alarm, point them at you before realizing, at least for Flanar, there is a look of recognition as they rest their weapons back at their side, taking their places back, and with a quick motion to the upper area of this wall, the gates are opened for all of you, allowing you to make your way into the capital.
All right, business at hand. We're going to make sure that we're going to be seeing the Emperor. There is not going to be any arguments. There's not going to be any quarrels about this. We're making our report, and then we're going to go ahead and we're going to make sure we're figuring out what we're going to be doing with the rest of you dickheads.
Dickheads.
Well, some.
Aside from that remark, everything seems fair enough.
All right. So you guys quickly make your way, and you quickly make your way towards the palace. You are stopped at the front by a few guards. Say, what is your business here?
Albanian, I'm brought back the individuals that were sent out to do their task for the Emperor. We're coming back. We have a field report. And to make sure that, of course, our agreement has been settled.
We will see if the Emperor is available at this time. He looks over to the other guard who quickly goes through the gate, makes his way into the palace. You guys wait outside for about 5 minutes before the guard returns and says, please, follow me. Turns around and leads you up to the doors that are ceremoniously opened for you. And as you enter, you see Emperor Daelor Alf sat on his chair, his wife and children not accompanying him. However, his advisor still with a hand on the throne as he watches you all enter. The Emperor says, so, you have returned. It is good to see you. I presume this means your mission was a success.
To some degree, I guess.
Well, I presume you have procured what you were set out to find.
Yes, we had other goals in mind, but we didn't achieve them. But yes, we did get what we were looking for.
By the way, out of character, did we ever bring back the guy?
Sirdar, you guys didn't.
No, not
no, the
him.
fucking
The guy we left at the church.
Nobody said they were grabbing him, so the Rome member, for all you know, is still at the church.
Yep.
Whoops.
We're gonna go back and he's just gonna be working there. He's like, man, you guys were right, this is nice.
This isn't so bad after all.
But I'm going to say, we found a piece of it anyway.
Yes, I notice your friend there seems to be wearing something new.
It's really weird.
It looks odd, for sure. But it's good that you have returned. I'm glad that you are individuals that we can trust to keep their word. And Flunar, thank you for overseeing them.
Of course. I do have a field report that is not in regards for what their tasks were set aside. I would like to go ahead and inform you as soon as I can, sir.
Of course. If he kind of looks over to his advisor for a moment, and they almost share a glance with each other for a few seconds before the Emperor seems to be in thought. He comes back and says, please step forward. Give your report.
Of course, and I'll go ahead and step forward. I will go ahead and procure the 2 vials, I believe it was 2 vials, of the goo monsters that we had fought.
Okay.
And I will go ahead and detail the events that unfolded from the teleportation to the fight in the town to the encounters with the individuals with the bird masks and these odd creatures, to which then I will procure the 2 vials and make sure to inform them. It looked like the same type of creatures that they were here. And from what the individual that survived had told us, these things grow from what we saw out there when we did our reports here. Dark vines, something that grows from the earth. I don't know specifically. Magic is not necessarily my forte.
The Emperor holds a hand out and motions over to one of the guards that are off to the side. The guard approaches and takes the 2 vials from you before coming up to the Emperor and presenting them to him. He takes both of them and kind of inspects them for a moment, uncaps one of them, and gives it a small sniff. Goes,
Thing about these creatures, sir, is that they're unlike the ones that we had down here. These are more, I don't want to necessarily say canine, but they had canine-like features. It seemed like they ran through pack mentality. It seems, even though it shares the same body structure in some regard, I don't think that they are, it's hard to say the same race. the same.
I will send word to the High Arcanist immediately so we can get investigations underway and see exactly what kind of creatures these are. Thank you for now.
If it does help, I do believe that there is a name that was passed out by, again, the one surviving member that is still in that town, sir. He referred to them as the Erupt.
The Erupt. That's interesting. And you said that you left this individual back in the town. Did you not think it might be prudent to bring him back here for questioning?
Unfortunately, sir, I did not recall at the time that we should have been able to bring him. I had been following orders as a leader in regards for retrieving this artifact by one Ezreal.
He looks past you and looks at Ezreal. It'll be forgiven this time. Just in the future, understand that capture of these creatures and these individuals could prove useful to us.
Of course, unfortunately, the spell to return was cast before we could return to the church.
Be that as it may, as I said, we will get these vials over to the High Arcanist. She can begin her inspection and investigation, see what these things are. And from there, we can start planning around pushing away future attacks by these creatures. I thank you, favored few, for seeing it prudent to get these back to me. And Plenar, of course, your contributions will not be understated.
Of course, sir.
He will his hands kind of go lax at the sides of the throne. Well, it will take some time for the High Arcanist to inspect these. I have a few tasks lined up, however, I would like to understand these creatures a bit further before I am ready to send you out. Consider yourselves to have a little bit of downtime here in the Empire. Gather what you need, and once I am ready, I will send for you.
Very well, sir. I'll be going ahead and debriefing myself with the commander, and I am looking forward to coming back into the ranks.
Plenar, I'm afraid you may have a bigger hand in this than you think. I'd like you to continue accompanying the favored few. At least for a short time.
Is that an order, sir?
Yes, Plenar. It is an order. Until you have my word, you are to continue accompanying the favored few. Gather any and all intel that you can on the Rome organization and these creatures. You are to ensure that if you capture any of them, you are to bring them back to the Empire.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Anyway, if that is all you have to report, then I think we are done here. Thank you again. He will hand the vials over to his advisor, who gives a smile and a nod before walking off. And you are all dismissed. Alright, so you guys have a little bit of downtime here. What would you like to do?
Well, first thing that I'm outside the Empire's gates and outside of the ear of the Emperor, just fuck, shit, God, yeah.
Well, Plenar, let me be the first to welcome you onto our merry band of interesting individuals.
Fuck you, Mask. I don't want to be a part of this goddamn insane asylum any longer than I actually fucking need to.
That's
Plenar.
Some of us don't want you here either.
I thought you were starting to respect me.
You, yes, I respect. As for everyone else here, I have questions. Specifically, that one with the freaking drink in his hands, and this one not showing his face to me. At least with the big guy, I understand at least his role in this situation. We still don't exactly know where Mistake is. I don't know where the fuck she decided to disappear to, but apparently I need to keep an eye and see if I can see her too.
Please go on.
Such a troll.
I'm just saying that if I have to go ahead and stay here, each of you are going to need to earn my respect. And until you do, I am not going to be friendly, and I am not going to be fucking kind. There's only one
I can live with
individual
that.
that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a whole lot of money, a whole lot of drink to have, and if at all possible, a lot of women that I need to just let loose on. Good day.
Right.
And I will leave.
Alright, Flanor
Have
will
fun.
will separate from the party. Block will be, and as you're walking away, Block will be like, "Oh, women! Hang on, I'm gonna come with you." And he'll run off, and he'll run to join Flanor.
You see, the big guy gets it. He's a smart one. You should keep him.
Smarter than us, well, apparently.
Alright,
Damn.
so, for the rest of you, what would you like to do? David, let's start with you. What's Astor want to do over this time period you've been given, this nondescript time period you've been given?
I have so much money, but the book unlocks tomorrow. Ah,
Well, you can shop for spell scrolls and stuff.
good point. I made a list, and I made sure to check it twice.
And I owe you one.
Alright, so first stop is Mafi's then?
I guess so.
Yes, so.
Alright, so you guys
Actually, I haven't been to Mafi's. I've only been referenced to it.
So you guys will make your way to the oddly blue painted or oddly colorful establishment that is Mafi's House of Splendifities and Ottomans. So a new sight for you, Goo, as you all walk in, is that the walls of this place are painted with a series of different colored polka dots, and each of these shelves in this area are painted all different colors of the rainbow that just make their way down into several aisles.
Ezra, what the fuck is this place?
I don't know. I kind of like it though.
Oh, I'm so glad you like it, my friends. And as you say, as you hear that, you see coming around the corner a middle-aged rock gnome with shock white hair that's kind of combed back a little bit, and he is wearing what would resemble a jester's outfit as he steps out. And he says, "Oh, hello, friends. Welcome to Mafi's House of Splendifities and Ornaments. I am Mafi. What can I do for you today?"
I must say it's lovely to see you again.
Oh, just as lovely to see you, my dear. Oh, I do remember you. Oh, you shopped here before. I love return customers. Now, please, what can Mafi do for you?
Let you two go first. I'm in no
I
rush.
I don't know what this is. I'm very lost.
Just think of it as Lauren's shop back in Corona.
So nicer looking, and the shop owner is not an asshole.
Not overworked.
I know he's an asshole. Not you. Other.
No,
don't
that was
worry
the
about it.
TM laughing at him.
I know. I'm still pointing out to Mafi.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure you're a very nice individual.
Oh, absolutely, my friend. You can't run a business and not be hospitable. Now, please,
beg to
tell me
differ.
what you'd like. And as he snaps his fingers, there's a puff of gray mist, and you see him appear at the counter, standing on top of it.
Oh, wow. I don't even know where to begin. Are you? Fuck.
Are you a wizard?
Yes. No.
Wizard Harry.
I'm pretty sure he's a wizard, or some magical nature, obviously. Do you have anything befitting of somebody of a monistic tradition?
He thinks for a second, kind of strokes his non-existent beard with his non-existent chin beard. You see, he just strokes his chest and his hand goes out like there's nothing there. He has no facial hair to speak of. I might have a few things. Are you? He kind of, you see him kind of do a little tumble backwards just off the counter and lands on his feet on the other side and says, "Are you looking for like armors? Are you looking for weapons?"
Weaponry. I guess traditionally you would call it a monk. I don't adorn armor, so things that aren't armor that would keep me alive, or Ezreal, do you have paper? Just plain paper, or Astra? Maybe?
I do.
Yeah,
Yes.
as
Can
you're saying this, you see like he's opened what looks like a massive costume chest, and as he opens it, there is nothing but a black void in the chest, and you see him kind of jump in, his feet hook onto the side of the box, and you see him disappear into the box for a while. Before you
Hello?
Oh, you see him kind of lean back up. He's incredibly flexible for what he is. He kind of does like a little lean back, and you see his head just barely poke out. "Oh, just a moment, my dear." He'll put his head back into the box.
It's just a little dive to astral plane. It's fine.
Everything's fine.
He comes back out, and you see he's carrying 3 items in his hand. One of them is this pendant with what looks like a green heart that is dangling off the end of it, and he goes ahead and sets that on the counter. He says, "Well, this is a specially enchanted item. It will allow your body to better resist toxins and different types of poisons."
I actually do not need that whatsoever. No offense. I've developed an immunity to them
Oh, not
to
a
some
problem.
degree. I don't understand how, but
Oh, you are not the first person to come in here with that kind of inherent ability. Let's see, what else can I do? Let's see. And he'll go ahead and produce a very nice bow staff. So on the table and says, "This is a simple enchantment. It allows the item to hit a bit heavier when it impacts. And this is a out of game. That is a +2 quarterstaff.
+2.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he says, and finally says, "And now this," and he will go ahead and he pulls out a very thin, long blade. And he says, "Now this is an interesting item," and you can tell this is a short sword. This has a property that allows you to have it almost fight with you. It dances, it's kind of moves around in the air and allows and kind of has its own nature. You can control it a bit. But let me show you really quick." And he'll go ahead and he kind of takes a small amount of time. But you see he pulls out a little bit of dust from underneath the counter, and as he sprinkles it over the blade, you see a brief flash of energy. And he kind of gives a quick whistle and a word, and the sword rises and stands fully and starts kind of moving around his body on its own.
well, that's quite the effect.
Oh yes, it's a very, very powerful enchantment.
I don't think I have a use. Maybe.
No, it's
Um,
quite all right. If you're just interested in the bow staff, he'll say the word again, and you see the sword just comes to rest on the counter, and there's another flash of energy.
I have actually a question about the bow staff.
Of course.
Would you potentially be able to transfer the enchantment from the bow staff to another object?
That could be done. It would cost a bit of money.
I
And what item are
understand
you
that.
looking to have the enchantment put onto?
I was actually thinking about having something custom made. It would be a similar looking weapon, though. I don't know if
you
that
see
would
as
be an issue.
he like seems to a weapon, I presume.
Yes.
Oh, you're gonna have to deal with that asshole.
Asshole. Great.
Yes, that's.
We've had
Tillin.
a lot of dealings with those lately.
No, I'm afraid at least in this town, the only weaponsmith is Tillin. He runs the Master's Claw. And he can be a man who wants around to stick up his ass.
Well, great. That makes me.
I mean, he's good at what he does. I'm not discounting it. He's not the most approachable individual.
How would I go about talking to him?
Just, I wouldn't talk to him. Frankly.
I really would like to have something made. I've
just
been
be
thinking
concise. Tell him what you want, and try not to get in his way.
about it. Fuck off. Sure.
Yeah, yes, he's very much a to-the-point kind of fellow.
Okay. I will have it. I'm gonna have this thing made regardless, but assuming I can transfer this enchantment, I will like to pay. Is there a way I could have an estimate on how much that would be?
Well, the enchantment is rather powerful. To have it transferred, because it would take less days to transfer than it would to create a brand new enchantment. I would put you in the realm of about 950 gold.
I can do that.
All right, perfect. And he'll. Would you like to pay it down now, or would you like to pay half now and half when the enchantment is finished? Of course, I will need the item in question, and if this is something you need to have custom made, that might be a bit. Might take a bit more time.
I'll give you full payment when I bring the item in.
Sure.
And actually, I'm gonna give him 2 gold pieces.
No.
I'll give you this just for answering my questions.
That's quite generous of you. I appreciate that greatly.
I don't have much of a use for money, so.
Oh, all right. Well, once you have it done, go ahead and bring it in, and we'll see about getting you fixed up with that.
Thank you so much.
Well, and what was your name, sir? I don't believe I've met you.
Morton.
Morton, pleasure. And he'll kind of extend his hand, give you your hand encompasses his, but he gives you.
I have one other concern.
Oh, yes, of course.
I have a pet guard drake in. Hold up, Bosco.
And
probably in front of him.
So as you hold up Bosco, you see Moffy's eyes go wide. And he kind of reaches over. He starts kind of messing with Bosco, pulling at his cheeks. You see Bosco kind of just getting whipped over. He's like, "Oh, he's so adorable! Oh my goodness, I've never seen a baby guard drake before. He's so cute, aren't you?" And he starts like scratching Bosco's belly. You see Bosco's back leg starts like kicking.
Yeah. So I've been kind of entrusted to keep him alive, and it's been somewhat difficult. I'm either looking for something that I can use to protect him, or maybe a way for him to listen to my commands a bit easier, as he's only, I believe, 2 weeks old now.
He kind of thinks for a second. I don't really think I carry anything like that to help with training, I'm afraid. he kind of goes into his box again and starts, and you can hear just the rummaging sounds as he kind of pulls out a small cape. This could work. Assuming the creature has enough intelligence to attune to the item.
Probably not. Maybe. I don't know.
Let's see. He'll walk over and you see he unfurls this deep blue cape that has a shield attached to the side. He'll put it around Bosco's neck and kind of clip it onto the side, and he takes another little bit of that dust, kind of moves it around. You see a flash of energy for a moment that quickly subsides, and he says, "No, it doesn't seem capable of attunement."
I didn't think so. He's not.
He unclips it and kind of pulls around. Bosco kind of nips at the cape as he pulls it away.
Get it anyway.
Also, no.
You did it.
You need to get the blue bib.
I could
Quit,
possibly
you
have,
coward.
I could possibly have something like that made. It takes some time, but there are potions that do that kind of thing. But again, nothing that I actively carry. But with some time, I could make you one.
I'm not gonna worry about it. I definitely want that enchantment though, and if I can't get my weapon made, I'll probably still pick up that quarterstaff.
All right, perfect. Well, I will be sure to hold on to it for you. And he goes ahead and he puts it back into the chest along with the other items. Is there anything else anyone else is looking to acquire?
I can't think of anything specifically. Show me your strangest items.
You see his smile widen, and he says, "How strange are we talking?"
Ezreal used to the best stuff.
As strange as possible.
You see his head. I'd like you to make a persuasion roll.
Dude, he's got a secret drug stash. You just
Feel like there doesn't need to be a persuasion roll.
Fuck.
I would say an advantage because you said the right word.
Fuck!
Oof.
No!
What you get for not being the face.
He thinks for a second as he looks at you. Well, I have a dancing sword. You see, he's like, you can tell there's no insight check needed that there are other things in his mind, but he's not saying them.
Dancing sword is really the strangest thing you have.
Well, I have one other thing, perhaps. He'll kind of go into his. He kind of goes into his trunk and he pulls out a what looks like a painting set, and puts that down. These are an enchanted set of paints. They allow you to draw objects and they come to life. Well, not come to life, they become real.
Interesting. How much would that cost?
For these, you would be looking in the realm of 3,800 gold pieces.
That is a little bit out of my price range, I'm afraid.
So I do apologize. This is a quite potent enchantment. It's very difficult to make more of these.
I understand.
Anybody else want to try to convince Mafia to show you the strange stuff? I'm just interested if anyone could roll high enough.
Aster, you're the face
I
now.
Oh my god, why do I have...
I can try. I am.
I'll say
I'm actually
each of you can make
I'm
one.
trained to persuasion.
I'll say each of you can make one check,
Oh, wait.
or one person can make the check at advantage.
Oh no, no more.
I'm
Oh.
actually quite interested if you have anything more valuable.
Make a persuasion
Like-
roll.
What's the bigger
are
modifier?
you-
Quick.
Are you
Zero.
helping?
No, I thought I had trained in persuasion, but I was like
Alright,
checking. what
go
skills I
ahead
was
and make a
picking up.
persuasion roll. I'll say at advantage.
15.
Alright. You see his eyes kind of go narrow for a minute. I have one thing. kind of glances at the door. One moment. He'll jump into his box for a second, and you see his feet almost completely dangle into the box as he pulls out this very dark oak box, this small dark oak box. Comes over to you. Says, "Now, I want you to understand something before I show this to you. This is a dangerous item. Not illegal, just dangerous." He'll pull the lid off, and as he does so, you see what looks like a small leather-bound pack. The flap currently pulled down. He'll go ahead and kind of very gingerly take it out. And as he holds it up, he'll pull the flap back, and you see that there is a set of cards on the inside of the fold.
God.
We're not
No.
doing this.
No.
Like we as a players agree this is a terrible idea, but would Aster think this is a bad idea? That's the question.
Yes, very much
Make
so.
Make an Arcana check, Aster. You have no idea what these are.
No. Mind explaining to me what that is. I've never seen it before.
So, this is an enchanted deck of cards. They have a series of inherent abilities that can both be a boon to those who pull them and a bane. The deck is randomized. You can't actually pull a card from it until you dictate how many cards you are going to pull. But it's a risk factor. However, I have heard stories of, well, I'll be honest with you, I've heard stories from both sides. People amassing immense fortunes, earning keeps, getting mystical items that seem to just apparate out of thin air. And on the other side, I've heard of people losing family members to it, longtime friends becoming enemies, losing wealth just as easily as they gained it. You see Mafi's kind of like, he seems even scared to have it in his possession.
So what you're saying, it's a double-edged sword.
It can be. I suppose if fate is with you, my friend, you could get lucky. But
Let's buy
truth
it.
be told, I don't know what kind of cards are left in this thing. The person who sold it to me a while back didn't specify.
Let's buy it and give it to Flanar.
Could you fucking imagine?
He says, if you want to buy it, there are. He kind of does a rough look. I believe 13 cards left, and it's not cheap. A deck like this, I'm sure you understand. This deck alone would run you, at its current state, to 12,000 gold. However, he seems to say this with a bitter shakiness of the voice. If you wish to pull a card and pay for pulling one, I'd be willing to allow you to.
Well, if I can die...
There's a chance that you don't. Look, I don't know what cards are left in this deck. I am not saying that you should. I am not saying that you shouldn't. If fate is with you, I'm sure you'll get something fantastic. If not,
I'm not sure that's such a good idea.
Aster, would you like to pull a card?
Fuck you!
Aster.
We're not asking Damon, we're asking Aster.
I'm asking Aster.
There's too much risk to it!
Okay, it's not a matter of something moderately bad happening to me. It's the campaign getting derailed.
Basically.
It's
Oh,
up. David, your camera's
no.
dangling.
David is broken.
Right.
Oh,
Bye,
no.
David.
So
Mafi,
I will. Yes, of course. Yes.
how much would you charge me to pull a single card?
Roll a d100 on this. For the first pool, 70 gold.
70 gold.
And that is being incredibly generous.
I would understand that as considering the 13 cards is 12,000, which I believe we don't have between us.
I'm
We,
only willing to do it because
if we
you
do it
said
outside,
I'm only willing to do it because part of me's curious what's left in the deck.
well, I don't think that's going to answer the questions for the other 12
No,
cards.
it won't, but at least it'll put my mind at ease, and I can determine whether there's more good than bad.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Make Bosco pull a card.
Pascal!
Fuck you. I don't think he can.
Pascal!
You can't.
I don't
you
think he can process.
He can't.
yeah,
he doesn't
can't
have a high enough
process that he
intelligence to
can.
pull a card.
Goo. I really wouldn't if I were you.
What are you doing? Go 70 gold, and you can pull a card.
Bend the wheel, make the deal.
Yes,
spin
in the wheel,
make-
make the deal.
Bend the wheel, make the deal.
Listen,
You know you want to, Chris.
if I die, I
Yes.
don't know. I guess I don't know if you could bring me back.
I will say, if something were to happen to you, I do have magic at my disposal that could possibly get you back.
I
And
could
I would
go
consider
to-
it my fault.
I could go to another planet. I could turn into a fish. I don't know what this.
you see Moppy's like weighing his options right now. He's still holding it out to you. 70 gold, and you can pull a card.
Honestly, at this point, huh?
I would think about it.
No, I'm not doing it. It's honestly just an ethics thing at this point.
You see Moffy immediately flips the deck close and puts it back in the box.
About to have a heart attack, right?
Yes, a little bit. All right.
It's definitely the One Ring thing where it's just for too long. Just
He puts it back in the chest.
Ah, the cards, Yugi. My
The
deck
cast
has
is
no
fire.
many cards, Kaiba.
Riot!
Man,
These cards will send you straight to the Shadow Realm, that's for fucking sure.
Eric, I thought you said you were gonna have it.
I feel like Eric didn't put that card in there, but also I'm not sure. That's the only one that I'm fucking afraid of.
What do you mean?
Actually,
What about
no,
the alignment shift?
It would be awesome for you to get the alignment shift thing where it's enemies turn in, best friend turns to enemy, that guy's from far away. I fucking hate everyone.
you can learn ceremony and attempt to flip my alignment back.
yeah.
that
So I mean, you could
That
have
wouldn't be a
ceremony.
problem.
That's a few levels away, though. I
No,
think.
ceremony's first
No,
level.
you have it's first level. You've had it this whole time. It's just not in
Oh,
your spell list.
shit. Okay.
That's why I'm gonna use it here and there.
Alright. Yeah.
Once that finally clicks in.
All
I
right.
could
So are
get
you
my own
saying? So
alignment back.
are you saying you're gonna come back the next day when Ezreal has
Fuck
ceremony?
no. Fuck no. Okay, there's only one. I'm not afraid of the Grim Reaper at all. Maybe. I'm pretty sure I can take him. Not 100%. But I'm
It
pretty
comes to
sure
me,
I
I'm
can
gonna
try.
rip his nipples off.
It's my mind is put in a box 3,000 feet that way, and my body's just chilling.
It's not gonna be 3,000.
Now,
feet
now
away.
here's the thing. Chris. Is this you're worried, Or is this Morton is worried?
Worried.
Is Morton
Oh,
worried?
Morton, no. I mean, Morton, make an Arcana check.
There's no fucking way. But
Nat 20.
not a nat 20, but it is a 20.
20 total?
Yes. I have a +1 to Arcana for some reason.
Ooh.
You've heard whispers from travelers who have come through your village from time to time of an enchanted deck of great power and great dismay. Something that could, exactly as Mafi says, bring you immense fortune and even nobility, but can at the same time take everything away from you. And in the worst circumstances, can kill you.
It's the kill me part.
Yeah.
You can't take anything away from me, and that's why I'm intrigued to pull it. You can take my shit away, but I don't care. Like, magical items, but
It's your call,
those
man.
are different. I know. I'm not doing it. No. Here's the thing: is in character too is me respecting that I have a job to do.
Yeah. All right. So you will not be pulling a card.
Fuck no.
Okay.
I just wanted to see the reaction I can get out of Mafi.
Mafi was thoroughly worried. All right. Well, with that out of the way, I do have a few more oddities, though I don't know if... I don't know if you can use it, I'm afraid.
We might have somebody else that we know that can, though.
Well, if you do, then that's quite fortunate. Send me my way.
So
He'll dig into the box once again, and he brings out this long staff that the edge of it is coiled up like a cobra's head, and sits at it and says, "Well, this can only be used by people who have I don't really know how to describe it, honestly. Given themselves to a power? I don't know really how to explain it, honestly. Someone who's made a pact with another entity in order to achieve power that they wouldn't have on their own. And I'm afraid you probably couldn't use this.
No one that I know.
Oh, I think.
From far away, you hear, "Hey, buddy, you want to get some free items? Next time, Rashawn."
Oh, get out of here! Oh, hang on. He runs up to the front. You see this turtle in a top hat. Calling out onto the street. You see Mafi come out. You see a newspaper. You see a piece of parchment appear in his hand. He comes up and he jumps and starts bapping the turtle. Get out of my shop! Get away from my shop! I'm done with your deals. No, get out of here! Get out of here! You bring nothing but dismay and misfortune. Get out of here! Go! And you see the turtle kind of and start walking away.
Man, a regular.
He's been out here a few times. He comes back in. Apologies, I don't usually lose my temper that way. Let's see. What else do? Ooh, this is something that might be interesting. He'll pull out this small bottle from the inside, from under his chest, and you see it's filled with this very sticky liquid. He says, "Well, this is an interesting solution. It has an ability to instantly adhere anything, or instantly liquefy any bonds that is holding something down. It's one use, I'm afraid, but it's good if you come across anything chained or anything you need to get removed quickly."
How much would it cost?
It is a rather large item. I'd put it in the neighborhood of 7,800 gold. It's incredibly difficult to create, and I'm afraid this is all I have of it.
Oh.
Let's let's dial it back for a second. About what price range are you looking for?
I'm not. I'm just curious.
That just helps me to better show you what I can offer.
My limit is around 3,000.
3,000, we can work with that. And he'll go ahead and he jumps into the buckskin. He fiddles around for a minute. And eventually he goes ahead and he kind of giggles for a second as he pulls out a small onyx figurine of a dog. And puts it down and says, "Oh, I've had lots of fun with him." This is what is referred to as a wondrous figurine. It has a command word to it that once spoken, this little figurine can turn into a mastiff. I believe it knows how to talk as well, and it can do a number of things to assist you. It could scout ahead. It's very good at making fun of your outfits. He's a nice fellow. I've spoken to him a number of times. And for this, I'd only charge you 2,200 gold.
Do you work in the same way Familia works? Like,
Well, okay. So how it works is, once you have spoken its command word, it becomes active. It cannot be used for another 7 days afterward. However, whoever summoned it, it acts as a servant to that person. It'll follow your commands the best it can, and just carry out tasks for you the best it can.
Would it be possible to speak with it first before I decide?
Sure, but if I use it now, you must understand that it means that I will not be able to sell it for 7 days if anyone's interested.
That is true.
Yeah. You can try to make a persuasion roll if you'd like to.
Nah.
I mean, if you'll say 500 gold, and I'd be willing to do it.
does Ezra want a dog to replace Nakax?
Astral becomes a crazy old dog lady.
My boyfriend never returned!
I will think about it. That is certainly an interesting purchase.
Absolutely.
Speaking of outfits,
Yes.
I might be looking for something new.
Ah, I see. In what regard?
Not for me. For him.
Who are you
Pulling
all
up
with? Rudy?
Rudy Brasspoon!
Oh! Who's this little guy?
This is Rudy Brasspoon, the greatest magician across the plain.
Oh, that is adorable! Oh, isn't he just precious? He takes it from me and goes, "Oh my!" He kind of runs his hands across the scales. Is this actual brass scale?
It is.
Oh, wow, it's quite impressive. I actually might have something for him. And he'll go ahead and he kind of reaches in reaches into his chest and he pulls out this small set of white clothes. And he kind of sets it. He takes Rudy, takes the purple vest off, and sets him up in the little white outfit. And he says, "What's this?" And he speaks a quick command word, and you watch as the same jester outfit appears on Rudy that Mafi's wearing. He says another word, and now he's wearing your outfit. Says another word, now he's dressed like Morton. Speaks another word, now he's dressed like Aster.
Why you gotta say more, man?
Because you're Morton.
Morton!
Adorable!
Goo.
Yes, it is.
I'm Goo.
Yes, it is.
Thought we established this.
Yes, it is. It's a very simple enchantment, actually. And for this set, I charge you 60 gold for it.
I'll take it, absolutely.
Oh, wonderful, glorious. And he'll go ahead and take the 60 gold from you and sets it inside into a coffer. Anyone else? As he looks at you, Aster, you see his smile go wide again. He goes, "I think I have something for him." He jumps into his hat and he pulls out the most stereotypical wizard hat you have ever seen. Jumps over to Aster and puts it on top of his head.
Isn't this a little bit cliche?
It's absolutely cliche, but it does carry a rather strong enchantment in it. It allows you to utilize very basic magics that you wouldn't otherwise have at your disposal. This is a hat of wizardry. I will explain how to use it. It's a hat of wizardry. It's a common magic item. You have to make a DC. So once per long rest, you can make a DC 10 Arcana check to utilize a cantrip on the wizard spell list that you do not have.
That is interesting. Is it like an attunement item or?
I believe it is an attunement item. I have to double check though.
I'm actually curious about that. Ooh.
I'm looking right now. Sorry, I have like a little list written down here of what Mafi actually has available. Wizarding hat. Sorry guys, I gotta look into
I got a
I
thing.
gotta look into D&D Beyond in it.
Dude, I gotta
Yes, it does require
sword,
attunement. It's attunement by a wizard. So it does specify you have to be a wizard to attune to it. David, you're muted.
Oh,
There we go. See it. There you go.
I was never muted. Okay.
I will tell you exactly what it says. This antiquated cone-shaped hat is adorned with a gold crescent moon and stars. It is Mickey's hat.
I don't want it.
First off, it's the Sorcerer's Apprentice. How
No, it's Mickey's hat.
Yeah, Jordan.
I agree with Jordan.
I don't want it.
Yes, you do.
Ooh.
No, fuck you.
Are you sure you don't want it?
I don't want it.
All right, he will go ahead and he'll go ahead and take the hat back. Oh, suit yourself. But was there anything else you came into my shop for?
3 spell scrolls in particular.
Ah, excellent. Which ones are you looking for?
Comprehend language,
I have that.
unseen servant,
I have that.
and dispel magic.
Oh, simple ones, of course. He goes ahead and he runs over to a separate chest that he dives into, pulls out 3 spell scrolls. Comes over, sets them down. So for each of these, it's 50 for the pair here, and that will be 150 for this one. Oh, sorry, 200 gold for this one. So 300 gold total.
Seems like a bit-
Aster,
What?
what was that one scroll you were trying to scribe while we were in the Kuatoa lair?
That would be Rary's telepathic bond.
I have that one as well.
Please get that one.
Of course, of course. He goes ahead and pulls out Rary's telepathic bond, sets it on the table.
How much would that run?
1,000 gold.
Holy shit.
I told you that thing's expensive, Chris.
Fuck. Alright.
You can wait on it if you want. It doesn't.
No, I don't care about my money. I give Mafi 1,000 gold.
And I give you my 300.
Wondrous doing business with you, my friends. And he'll go ahead and take it. And because you're this close, you see as he opens the coffer, there's just another small black void that he just drops the gold into and closes.
This shopkeeper is prepared.
For anything.
Hey man, it's the crazy ones you gotta look out for.
Aren't they all crazy?
Alright, well that's set aside. Is there anything else?
I believe that be all.
Excellent. He starts to think for a moment and says, wait a minute. I might have something else you can use. You, specifically, as he points to you, Aster. He runs into the back. And as he comes out, you hear a loud... As he comes back out holding a beautifully pristine golden staff in his hand. You see a series of arcane runes that trail all the way down from the top to the bottom.
I think I know what this is.
Now, he shows it to you, and he just shows it to you, does not let you touch it.
Mhm.
This is a one-of-a-kind item. Specially enchanted for only the mightiest of casters.
Oof.
Now, based on the price range you told me, I don't believe you could purchase it at this time. However, if you should be so interested in it in the future, know that I have it.
I am indeed very interested in that. Can I make an Arcana check to
Make
see?
an Arcana check.
Okay. And then I fail. Woo. Oh,
Nope. It is in the
Aster,
face.
this is something every wizard has only dreamed about owning.
Is it a Staff of Power or Staff of the Magi?
This is a Staff of the Magi. One of the
Dude.
most powerful staffs
Jesus
a
Christ.
wizard could ever own.
I heard him start it up, and I'm like, he's not.
The fact that you are even seeing it in this close of a proximity is a rarity most wizards have never even had the privilege of having before.
Out of curiosity, what's the price range for that? What's the price for that?
This will run you. I'd ask the Fate of Heart to sit down.
I don't think that's maybe
117,000 gold pieces.
He's serious.
Get back to you. When...
I am incredibly serious.
Aster, what the fuck does that do?
Only things I can dream of.
Rat Raisins, anyone play Star Frontiers? I don't believe any of us do. And hello, sir. Welcome to the chat.
Hello.
I have a friend that does. If you want to play with him, probably not. No.
So, once you have acquired enough wealth, I figured this might catch your interest. And I'm only looking to sell it because I no longer need it.
Is that?
Why?
Well, I've been alive for quite a while. I know almost every spell that is known to wizards. That's how I keep the shop running. And he'll quickly run back. You will once again hear that sound as he comes back.
How do you keep players from getting huffed, stealing from shops? Have level 20 NPCs running the shops?
Yeah, that's how you do it. Probably not only the level 20 NPCs, but lair actions.
You see the
All right.
polka dot. You see the polka dots begin to glow brightly. Different portals open around the shop.
Ah!
Oh
This is
shit!
fifth legendary action.
All right. So, guys, hear me out. So we go back to the Underdark. We help the Kuatoa. Okay, we raise their numbers over the next 3 years, and then get enough of them to lead us down to where those gemstones were, and we just mine until there's nothing left. There's just holes, Umberholt grade holes. God damn, that's expensive.
Yeah, it's a legendary item.
No, I'm saying in character.
Uh,
God's damn, that's expensive.
How can anyone be expected to afford such a thing?
oh, you'd be surprised. I've had the High Arcanist inquire about it quite a few times.
And he hasn't purchased it yet.
Well, she
Oh, sorry.
has not
I would've
purchased it
known
yet. Yes.
I would have.
I've been negotiating with her. This is the current price we have set. I told her that I'd need some time to think it over.
Interesting.
So, if I do end up selling it to her, you'd have to inquire with her to purchase it at a later date.
Man, 3,000 gold is a lot of money. Over 100,000 gold. Man, I don't think I have that much money anymore.
Aster's gonna need to be real friendly to the rest of the party just to probably get to there.
And that'll buy the death of many things too.
I still loved... Yeah, he has technically 2 legendary items. Actually, 3 legendary items. The Universal Soul is another legendary item.
Why can't he just win the war by himself?
This guy's
He doesn't
OP.
care.
I mean, you could ask him. If your characters be so glad, why can't you just win this on your own?
This guy's a fucking...
So,
Oh,
if you ask him, his legitimate answer will be, "Oh, I don't like violence. In fact, I find it quite asinine.
Fair enough.
Trust me, I've been inquired a few times, but I'm not the combative sort. I think I learned what I learned because I wanted to learn. I didn't learn it to be a monster or a legendary mage. I learned it because it was for the love of magic.
Learning for the sake of learning, huh?
Indeed.
I love that philosophy.
But if you should ever need anything from Mafi again, of course that is assuming you don't need anything additional, please do not be afraid to stop in.
We've been at Mafi's for an hour.
Yeah. An hour out of game time. You've been shopping at
Jesus
Mafi's.
Christ.
Mafi is numero
Should probably go.
You need to inquire whether or not you should do Gilmore's Glorious Goods and get our sponsorship deal.
We
Damn.
have like
Yeah.
polka dots all over our outfits.
Rudy can wear it.
Oh
He's got the magic thing
Well,
now.
as you guys turn to take off, you see Mafi go, "Ta-ta, farewell!" And as his hand finishes moving across, you see his fingers all fold in together into a wave for a moment, as Aster's uniform once again becomes that incredibly vibrant orange with yellow polka dots.
I fucking knew it!
Well, you don't. Wait, you have to make a sleight of hand check. We just see if he knows. Again.
Aster, is your passive perception higher than 19?
No!
You do not notice it.
Motherfucker! I knew this would happen!
As Aster kind of turns to you guys, you see that there is a crooked smile across the mask as well.
Are we outside of the shop?
Yes, you're outside the shop.
Okay, I'm gonna walk back in for just a second.
Uh-huh. Yes?
Did you do that to my friend? High five.
You see,
It's
you
great.
see, he extends
Did
the
you do it
hand.
Did you do it last time too? Dude, you're the best.
He extends it, and you see an arcane hand come right as his hand meets you. So you get a double high five just from the mage hand in his hand.
Okay, I gotta go. I'll be back later, maybe.
Of course,
If
of
not-
course, of course. We'll
okay.
see you later. Of course.
Bye.
Goodbye. All right, that was an hour at Mafi's.
Yep.
Ooh.
No, Aster, you have shit on your cloak again.
What? No, he doesn't. He looks fine. Look at how festive he is.
Man, you're a really bad liar.
Aster, as you look down, you see the bright orange and yellows of the touch just the same touch Mafi had given you before.
I should have known this would happen when I went in that accursed store again.
Keep it. It looks good.
A prestidigitation in a way.
Oh,
It
you're
becomes
not.
black. However,
fine.
the crooked smile still exists,
Mm.
as Aster has no way of seeing that.
Yep.
Aster. Got a little,
Ooh.
You look like Valak after eating. Well, anything, I guess. It's all just there. I challenge you to a battle.
I pull out my mirror.
Alright, so you pull out your mirror, you see the crooked smile across the face.
Was this your last time too, Ezreal?
I'm the only one that saw it last time.
No, I think I.
Ezreal saw it.
Yeah,
Oh, I just remember me being the one to tell him.
perhaps it was.
Lying to me. It's quite rude if you are. And I'm gonna press a dissertation in a way.
Okay.
Party pooper.
Listen, if we go anywhere else, I want him to look professional. I don't want to have some dumb bullshit and we have to get scrutinized because of it.
Fine.
Don't worry, I'll figure out how to do it again when he's not looking.
Hear that?
Are you trying to be quiet about this, Goo? Make a stealth
No.
check? No?
No, I'm not. I want him to hear
So,
that.
Aster, you will very clearly hear him say that.
Like my head just like turns towards him.
I'm joking. Maybe.
Oh, alright. So...
Can I ask Ravioli to make Senriff noises from my backpack?
that you're actually asking him?
Like in my mind, yes.
Alright. So, Ezreal, you will hear muffled, but you all will hear. It's time I teach you a lesson.
What was that? What?
Ravioli?
Ravioli!
God damn it, Aster. That's,
What? I can't have a little fun myself?
I guess. As you alright.
Let's-
We're good. We can.
Let's just keep going, okay?
Okay.
It'll be I who has the last laugh.
I don't even know who that is.
That would be Dak X the Burk.
That's Nakax doing Rudy's voice.
No.
Yeah, you weren't there for that time.
I wasn't either.
It was a long time ago.
Alright, so, Flanar, your day is involved drinking, or...
Yeah, it's gonna be involving a lot of drinking, a lot of companionship. However, I also know that for certain that the short swords of mine are not necessarily going to be cutting it.
Okay.
Quite figuratively
Cutting
and
it.
thoroughly.
Cutting it.
I'm gonna need to get something with a little bit more bite.
So
Still
you're
a
gonna-
short sword because I like to keep my theme, but I don't know.
If he's going to the smithy or whatever it's called.
Are you going to the smithy, or are you going to Mafi's shop?
I'd probably go with the smithy. I don't want to deal with any
Coffee?
magic dickheads.
Well, I said I was gonna go there. I just,
Yeah, so I'll
I
say-
wanna
I'll say
know
you
if
two-
the rest of us were all going.
Yeah,
there,
no,
then-
I'll say if all of you are going, you'll reconvene a little bit later in the day after you've had many drink and spent some time with some of the ladies of the night preparing for later that night, putting a little bit of a gold down payment.
Mm-hmm.
You will all find your way. You guys haven't been here before. Just realized.
Nope.
You guys will make. Well, you've probably seen it, Flonar.
Huh.
However, the rest of the group, you guys come to a rather large-looking establishment that almost looks like a military barracks. You can see adorned on the front is a giant dragon's claw. You can see the face of the dragon carved in, the claw coming around the front, that seem to be abnormally sharpened, long and sharp. From the inside, you can hear what sounds like the clanking of many hammers that seem to be constantly going, no rhythm to them, but there seems to be a constant dinging coming from the inside. And just underneath the portrait of the dragon, you see a thing that says the Master's Claw.
Ezreal, can I see the paper?
Yes, here.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to draw. You already know what it is.
Yeah, you're gonna draw your monk shovel.
Yes.
Your monk speed.
My monk shovel.
Your monk.
How would I go about trying to draw that? Do I have to roll
Make
for that? Or...
a
Dexterity?
No.
make
Maybe.
a performance roll.
Oh boy. That's a 2.
So you
I
draw.
have a flat roll.
You draw. So you guys all watch as Goo takes a quill and ink and the parchment. He draws an incredibly lopsided square that doesn't even connect at its last point. There is what looks like a stand, like a bow staff in the middle that goes through the square and cuts off. It's a little bit janky. It's kind of curved outward. And you see at the top, he's put what would be a crescent moon, if not for the fact that it's not fully lunar shaped. It's actually outstretched as if it were a pair of very odd looking wings.
God damn, this is awful. I'm hold on. I'm.
It's not that bad.
I will ask
like
Goo-
he drew it, and I would point at Bosco.
Goo, I will ask, are you proficient with any tools?
Cooking utensils.
Yeah, it's not gonna help here.
No.
My little sister can draw better than that.
You
I'm
have
a
a
little
sister?
sister.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you don't talk to us much about your background.
Why would I need to?
I guess you have a point in your own mindset.
Would you like to try again, Chris?
Yes, very much so.
Make me another performance.
Oh god, that's so much better than 19.
I thought you net one.
No, I'm so much happier with that.
All right, so you managed to get a very, very rough sketch of what you think this weapon should look like. To the rest of you, it looks like a shovel.
I've seen one.
Yeah, to the rest of you, it looks like a shovel that is a shovel head that is connected by a long staff, and at the top there is a crescent moon that looks like sharpened blades that come off the sides.
What the fuck is this shit?
Oh, Flanar, where did you come from?
I've been here for a while. But of course, I wouldn't expect you to actually, pay attention to your surroundings.
No, maybe you're just stealthy. Oh, fuck off.
All right. So I'm assuming you guys are making your way in. So
Yes.
as you walk in, you will see that there are about 30 workers, all affixed to separate anvils and forges, that are currently in the process of hammering out various types of weapons. You can see that each of them are of different race. Some of them are sweating profusely. You see others with sweat that have gone past their shirt and are dripping off onto the ground, making a small puddle around them. You see a lot of them are in the process of dunking weapons, pulling them out, looking at it, and you see that one of them, as they pull it out, is this immaculately pristine longsword. It looks gorgeous. He immediately throws it in the back in the fire and begins working with it again, as if he wasn't pleased with it. And you see towards the center of it, there's this rather large individual. Very strong built human. You can see his shirt is a bit sweated over, however, it is lax to his chest. He has these very, very loose-fitting pants that come down to a set of boots. And you hear a voice. You see he has his hands on his chest. He goes, "All right, you ninnies. I better see some perfect swords being crafted here today, or I swear none of you are getting paid. Do you understand me? And as for you," and you see, coming from in between, there are two little sets of legs in between the two larger legs as the human individual kind of steps back, revealing a gruff-looking halfling, much bulkier than your average halfling, with a bald head and a mustache that curls around and down a little bit past his chest, almost like a dwarf's beard. I swear, if you come to work one more time like that, I will have your head. Do you understand me? And you see him go, yes, sir. I apologize. I'll get changed right away. And you see the human runs out. Havlin kind of looks at him, spits on the ground, and looks at you all. Customers, of course, customers. He walks over. Hi, what can I do for you? He looks up at you. He stands he's about maybe 3 feet tall.
Rough day, buddy.
You don't know the half of it.
Nah.
What do you need? Quickly, I'm on a clock.
I would like a weapon custom made.
Good, excellent. What do you want it to look like?
This.
Takes it.
It is a monk's spade. It's a very strange weapon.
This looks like the stupidest weapon I've ever seen.
Right?
Whatever, I'll get it made for you. He tosses the thing back to you. Anything else?
All right.
Yes, 30 darts.
What do I look like? Some kind of amateur blacksmith shop? He walks over, pulls out a small chest, and slams a chest of darts on the table, opens them, quickly scooping out 30 darts and sets them in front of you.
How much does this cost?
With that and the custom item, I'll run you about 35 gold.
Okay.
Perfect. Takes the gold. What about you? Looks at you, Flinar.
All right. Few things have happened, and I am...
Yeah, I don't need the story. What do you need?
Right. First off, the shield, and I'll pull out. I like it. Problem is, it's bulky as fuck. I need it to be smaller, and I need to be able to actually move and actually use my shit.
Takes it, looks at it. I'll see what I can do.
All right. Part 2. These short swords of mine, I used to think that these things had bite to them, but I don't.
Yeah, they look like shit.
Yeah. Oh, you have anything, I don't know, sharper, better?
You're asking me if I make good swords? Are you questioning my craftsmanship?
No,
Hey, listen here, Elf Boy. The day that
right
you question my craftsmanship is the day you're going to lose both these knees. You understand me?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Every single time you fucking
The only thing he can reach.
Do you say this out loud?
No, it's not a character.
Your DFs.
All right, fine. Like, I understand that you make a good swordsman, but I'm asking if you have them already, or do I need to wait for this shit?
I can get you some new swords right away. However, fuck, I may have something. Hang on. And he'll walk back and he'll like clap his hands loudly. And you see several of the students look up to him, and they look petrified. They say, he says, you, go to the back, see if we still have that, whatever the hell it was called. That sword that someone brought in a few days ago. And they said, oh, of course. You two, get me a drink. Where from, sir? Where do you think from? My office. And he'll be like, oh, yes, sir. And 2 of them will run off. You see the last one just looks at him. What do I do, sir? Did I clap for you? Get the fuck back to work. Oh, yes, sir. And he starts hammering quicker at the forge.
Immediately, what's going to happen is I'm going to turn around to these guys. I'm going to go, this man is a fantastic leader. And this is how you operate as a team.
You would know, he hadn't introduced himself, but Flinar, having had some workings with him, being a member of the military, you know that his name is Tillen. Tillen.
Love this man.
So you give Tillen his respect. Or at least as much as he's willing to give you.
Eventually there will be a rummaging. You see 2 people. You see the 2 people he sent to the office come back first with 2 big mugs of ale that they hand him over to you. He sniffs one. Disgusting. Chucks it. It goes into a forge. The forge goes out and he says, get that lit. And he says, oh, yes, sir. And the guy will immediately start trying to get his forge back on. He'll sniff the other one. There we go. He'll down that, throwing the mug to the ground. You see the other 2 eventually come back out with 2 short swords and one in the middle that is in a much more decorative hilt. Comes over, he takes all 3 and he goes, all right, back to work. Yes, sir. And they run back, begin hammering away at their forges again. Comes back. All right, if you're looking for just regular swords, he slams the 2 short swords on the table, pulls them out, gives you a quick demonstration. They seem like beautifully crafted short swords. Perfect.
Nope.
He'll pull out the last one, and as he pulls it out, you hear a scraping from the inside, as if the interior of the scabbard is made of pure metal. As he pulls the blade out, you see that there is a series of small filigrees that run their way all the way up the blade, and the blade itself is thin, almost paper thin.
What's that beautiful creature you have right there?
It says, "Nah, it's supposed to have some sort of special enchantment. I was gonna go take it to Mafi in a few days."
Fuck no! Don't bring it to that dick.
Yeah, no, he's an asshole, but at least he pays well.
Well, if you're gonna get paid well, you're gonna give that thing to me. I'm not looking for like the regular shit. I'm looking for the stuff that's gonna.
Excellent.
Annihilate
5,600 gold.
56. 56. Oh my. Pat myself down. I only have 4,040.
All right, cool. How about this? Work in my shop for, let's say, 2 weeks. And 44, and that 4,000 gold, and it's yours.
As much as I probably could, I'm not entirely sure whether or not I'll have 2 weeks because
Well,
I
you got
need
other people with you. He looks at you two. Don't you two have any money? Fork it over for him. Come on, the poor sap can't even afford a quality sword.
You know, thanks for the vote of confidence.
Yeah, no problem.
But, we have a job to do. Maybe not now, but soon.
And
You
I would
respect
be.
me as the leader, don't you?
I respect you as a leader, but I also, as an individual that falls under your orders, need to remind you that if I cannot perform to the best of my tasks, it means that there's more of a chance that your group is fucked.
One moment. Let's look in the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
How much party loot do we have?
Enough.
I don't know the party gold. I don't.
I just checked Discord.
I'm looking at it.
Uh,
Yeah. Oh wait.
I was
guys
fucking
do
around
have-
a bag
you
of
guys
holding
do
and Luke
have
said curse
gemstones.
no.
Those to the deck of many things. How much
I know.
party gold is in there?
So you guys have been split the 15,000 that you got from us. So you guys have 3,000 each from that.
Guys,
What?
we have gems to sell.
You have gems. You could trade.
They probably don't want them.
You could ask him.
Nah, maybe.
Ask him.
Sir, do you take rare gemstones?
Absolutely, I take rare gemstones. What do you need? Or what
Holy
do you got?
shit. I'm gonna pull out everything I have.
He looks
Except
at
for
all
the diamond. Don't put all the diamond. I need that.
Well, I don't have the diamond.
He looks at it.
Block has the diamond.
He looks at it.
I
Takes
have.
the amethyst. Weird. And he'll set it down. He'll take the 2 emeralds. Looks at it. I gotta do something with these. Yeah, I can do something with these. 500 gold for both of these, so 1,000.
I'll
Sure.
slide the sapphire that I have in my pocket. Fucking damn it.
Which sapphire was this?
That would be the sapphire worth 160 gold pieces.
All right, so you'll give him that. All right,
That
so
was
that puts you.
The emeralds.
You had 4,040, right?
Altogether 4,040. Yep.
So plus that 420. So you're about 400 gold short.
Which ones were?
He looks at the
Uh,
rubies. He says, "One of these. That's good enough."
And this is just for the sword. It's not for the other.
The other
thing.
rubies are one of mine.
No, the 2 rubies were 300 each.
Those are mine. Okay.
Oh, those are
I
yours?
thought we divided everything. I thought we divided everything between
The
us.
gems, to my
equals.
knowledge, were not divided.
Okay, I'm stupid.
So I'll tell you what, one of these.
Okay, sure.
And this is just for the sword. It's not for the other thing with the smaller shield. It's just for.
No, this is just for the sword.
How much would it be for the shield then?
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a good craftsman, but if he wants a smaller shield, it's gonna take me time. I don't really think I could melt this down. It would throw the balance off altogether.
Well, that's fine. At least it'll give you some time to maybe scrounge something up. There's always work.
Right. We'll say if you want a smaller shield, something that'll fit on the arm. 80 gold now, 80 gold when you come back.
I'll take care of that. I hand him the 80 gold.
Good. Takes it. And then he whistles really quick. You see the person at the nearest forge runs over, kind of reaches behind one of the forges, goes, ow, 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 and pulls out this very dark black gem coffer. Then he runs over, opens. Here you go, sir. Kind of puts everything in. All right, and he'll hand you the sword.
All right. What's the sword? What's the sword's business?
It's a +1 sword. I'm joking.
It's a +1 sword. I mean, big.
No,
Wow,
this is a scimitar of sharpness.
Scimitar sharp. Do rangers have the ability for?
I believe you can hold a scimitar. It's a martial
I would
weapon.
assume.
It's a martial
on.
weapon.
Yeah.
It's technically a short sword. Then maybe it will work.
Can you? I thought rangers could use martial weapons.
I'm looking really quickly.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right to me. I'm pretty sure rangers could use martial weapons.
Yep, they can.
Yeah, so you can use this.
Just need to write. You just
Okay.
need to write down things better.
I
Tell it like it is, Chris. Anyway, so
I'm-
this is a short sword of sharpness. I'll read this to you. When you attack an object with this magic sword and hit, maximize your weapon dice against the target. When you attack a creature with this weapon and roll a 20 on the attack, the target takes an additional 4d6 slashing damage. Then roll another d20. If you roll a 20, you lop off one of the target's limbs.
Fucking oof.
If the target has no limbs to sever, you lop off a portion of its body instead. In addition, you can speak the sword's command word to cause the blade to shed bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet. Speaking the command word again or sheathing the sword puts out the light.
Oh man, you would not imagine like the hard-on Flar has just like holding this thing. Just.
All right. Yeah, he's creaming his pants. What else?
Sorry, sir. Thank you. I'll take good care of it. Any of you other guys interested in getting some weird, whatever?
Yeah, hurry up, please.
Uh,
I'm very
I'm
tight
intrigued.
schedule.
One last thing. What
Yes.
can you do with this? And I pull out the malachite.
What do you want me to do with it? It's a very crude gemstone.
Nothing then.
I mean, I'm not a
Something
gem
like that.
worker, but if you're looking for like a wet stone imbued with gems, I can do that.
No, that's fine.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, he'll clap his hands and you see two of the nearest ones come over, grab some of the gemstones, and you see them very quickly produce a small casing around the anvil. And you see they set the rubies, the ruby, the sapphire, on it, and you see them holding a hammer up. Look at him. And you see Tillin puts his hand down, and with a loud crash, you watch as the gemstones just get obliterated on the anvil. You see...
Yes,
You see them
why?
start cleaning it up, and he says, "I'm gonna put them into whetstones. Gems make great catalysts for sharpening weapons."
Very well.
All right, is that everything? Good, great, wonderful. Have a nice day. And he'll walk back and start barking orders at the students.
You too.
So there you go, Fennar. You have a short sword. You have a scimitar of sharpness.
Yep. Same damages.
Same
as,
damage
like,
as a d6.
Okay. It just has that It has that 20 thing.
Yeah,
which is,
it has a d6 of damage. The attacks are considered magical, and if you roll a 20, so you don't double that die. So when you roll a 20, you roll an additional 4d6.
okay. So as of right now, I'm just copy pasting the short sword stats. and then
Goo.
after.
A balled up
Yes.
piece of parchment hits you in the head.
Fuck. Ow. I grab it and I open it up.
Your spade will be ready in 2.5 days.
Okay. How much money did I get? I give 35. Oh, I already deducted it. I'm fucking stupid.
Yeah, 35 gold.
Shit, I just realized something. The
Yes.
big guy's gonna fucking kill me because I have fucking nothing.
Overlock?
Yeah. We had plans and deals were made, and I promised to do half, he'd do half, and I don't know, maybe I'll figure out something. Maybe he won't.
Half of what?
What are you talking about?
How about I go ahead and repeat myself, since apparently all of you have the minds of a goldfish. I planned on drinking heavily and having a lot of women.
You're referring to people as number? Fuck you. No, I'm out of here, and I leave.
I
Follow.
Alright.
You're missing out.
Go.
You're
have
an asshole.
Fun somewhere else. That's an order. Have fun.
Sure.
Alright, so
Alright.
you guys will. So, if there's anything else anybody wants to get done today,
I don't know if there's another place I can go for that.
where are you going?
The only place I can think of, I don't know if she told me there was a general store, but I know that there's cooking supplies
I
at
think it
Madame
was
Medina's.
with yeah, I think.
Madame Medina is the one who runs the general store.
Okay, I didn't know it was a general store. I just went there for a map originally.
No. She basically runs the. So you were going to go back to the opulent path.
That's the one, yes.
All right. So is anybody following Goo?
Hi.
All right.
will.
So Ezra, are you going to keep going? Esther, are you breaking off from the group at this point, or are you going?
I have nothing better to do
Alright.
today. Might as
All
well.
right. So as you enter, you will see the very gorgeous, voluminous form of Madame Medina. To most of you who haven't met her before, she is a very, very well endowed tiefling with very gorgeous hair that stretches a little bit back, a little bit past her neck. She has rose red skin and white eyes, and two curled horns that go back, almost following her hair. And she is in an incredibly scantily clad outfit.
Hi, madam.
She looks over to you. Ah,
You-
hello, Morton, correct?
Yes,
Oh,
it's nice to see you again.
Yes, of course. It's wonderful to see you as well. Who are these two?
These are my friends. This is Ezreal and Aster Florence.
Oh, you have quite a look about you, don't you? And she kind of leans a bit closer to you, Ezra, with a bit of a smile.
Hello.
Hello. You know, if you're ever looking for work, you do quite well at the Glamour of Flesh.
No, thank
Are
you.
you sure you have such a nice body about you?
She's of a similar mindset
Well,
to myself.
that's all right. And you, individual? Oh, Aster or David, I think you're muted.
I'm not muted.
There you are.
Yeah, you are.
You were actually muted.
I don't know.
So go ahead.
We can go with that.
So individual, okay. You sound male. So that's what we'll go with. Anyway, what can I do for you?
I would like to buy some cooking supplies.
Well, of course. Looking
Because my dumb ass bought spices last time I was here and no food or things to cook with them.
Oh, it's quite all right, dear. I'll let the madam take care of you, and she'll start going through a few things. We'll say for everything. Let's look at I don't actually know the price of cooking utensils offhand.
And I'm looking for potatoes, chicken, and the fuck are those called? Bamboo shoot. Wait, does bamboo exist in this? Probably, yeah. Bamboo shoots. Making me a down-home favorite in real life and in Goo life, and
Does not Japan?
so-
Not China
So,
exist.
cooking utensils are 1 gold piece.
okay.
She can get you the spices and everything. Like she can.
No, I have the spices
Yeah.
still.
But she'll say, "Well, I'm afraid I don't really specialize in meats. You might want to go talk to Ferris, the Glacial Glass. He tends to have a bit of produce on hand. I just don't have a very keen way of keeping it held, I'm afraid.
No,
Or
that's-
if you would like to, I believe Obilla at the Burgeoning Grove might have some vegetables and produce she could sell you.
The Burgeoning Grove?
The Burgeoning Grove.
Burgeoning. Okay, thank you. How would I get there?
Just up the road a bit. First, it's very clear. It's a big greenhouse. You'll see
Okay,
it.
perfect. And if they want to buy something,
No, of course, of course. She looks at you too.
I like your horns.
Oh. She kind of touches them gingerly. Why, thank you very much.
Um,
I like your hourglass figure.
I don't need anything. Maybe just spices. Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Which kind of spices are you looking for?
Anything general, if you have a set.
Sure. She'll
oh,
we'll say for everything it'll cost you about a gold and 8 silver. For
Okay,
just
I'll just-
this is just extremely general stuff.
Yeah, I'll just give her 2 gold.
Okay. Oh, thank you very much. Yes. Goo had a revelation.
Adina,
Yes.
you told me about a spice. What?
You're cutting out quite a bit.
You
Chris.
told me of a spice last time with a very peculiar effect.
You're
it's
just-
telling me I'm cutting out.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
You're fine for now. Like we can hear you just fine now.
Yeah, your video's just frozen.
Yeah, your video's just frozen.
Oh,
Yeah. So let's just say, oh,
Uh.
so you're interested.
fuck.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if I can even come back.
Yeah, leave the call and rejoin with the link. Chris will be right back. But he'll say, no, but he'll, yeah, bye, David.
This is what we call the break period of the campaign while we're talking about spices.
Let's
Yeah.
all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby.
But basically, she will give you very general cooking spices and supplies.
Okay, yeah.
Flanara, I presume you did not go with them.
No, I need to explain to Vlak that there has been an unfortunate circumstance.
Roll me a persuasion roll.
This is not gonna go at all.
Whoa!
Natural 20. It's alright. You needed something better than those weak swords anyway. I got it, don't worry.
Like, I know, like, you see this fucking thing? Like,
Yeah, it looks pretty. I mean, it's still really skimpy. I don't know why you'd want something so small. I mean, look at it. It looks like a piece of paper.
Like, no, you don't understand. Like, this thing, if I hit someone just right, like, your arm right there where the shoulder is, imagine it just gone. That's what this.
That's a 19 to hit your armor class, winner.
Oh, shit. Yeah, he got me.
All right, so he clocks you across the face.
Ugh.
Yeah, see, I can do the same thing with my fist. What's the big deal?
Ugh. At the very least, it pop my jaw out. Jesus Christ, big man.
I need to look at his character sheet. Flanar, you suffer 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Is there anything you wanted to purchase while you were here, Aster?
Not really. Nope.
No. Okay. I guess while we're waiting for Chris, Madame Medina will look at you as and says, if you're at all interested, she'll go over, and she takes a small jar that has that has a single pink petal in it. She'll set it on the table. This is quite good for a special someone.
I do have one of those.
Oh, well, if they're in town, this improves one's stamina and longevity.
Chomp, chomp.
If you're interested.
How much?
For this, it will run you about 40 gold pieces.
Hmm.
Very good when used in stews.
Do you have more?
I
I
could
don't want to-
procure more, if you're interested. Oh, hey, Chris is back.
Yay.
Madame Medina is talking to Ezreal about the pedal.
Okay.
So if you want to step in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was going to use it to prank our friend, but
Oh.
I guess not prank.
No, that's
You know what?
perfect. No, that's fine.
Well,
You
it's
know my.
pointless for tonight. He's already planning to go to the. Yeah.
How
Well,
does he go?
that's
Oh, he's going to the
alright.
Glamour of Flesh tonight.
Yeah, I recommend not running into him.
Oh, well, I have a performance there tonight. I must entertain my crowd. I'm sure you understand.
Entertain, yes. A private session, I'd suggest. Just
Oh, my dear, that
Oh.
does cost a bit more. But, what is he? He's the which one?
you may know him, Flynn Arbanian.
I know him.
Uh,
He's interesting. He's got some weird
that's definitely a
tastes.
word that could end up in.
He has interesting tastes. We'll leave it at that.
Oh,
I don't
Um,
dare speak about clients, dear.
of
Oh,
course.
he's our friend, but he. Oh, that's a hard word. But I am in.
I don't speak of my clients, my dear. I apologize. Just take that information for what you will.
Oh, I will try.
Is there anything else I can get for you? Today.
No, I think I'm quite all right, actually.
Excellent. Well, if you ever should need anything else, please do not hesitate to come back. Oh, and young lady, what was your name?
What?
What was
Ezreal.
your
Ezreal.
Ezreal. Well, let me know if you change your mind. I have quite the sway at that establishment.
Okay. Bye.
Ta-ta!
Bye.
Hey, do you want to be a prostitute? No? Okay, bye.
Hey man, prostitution was an actual career.
What do you mean was? Is.
It was a legal career.
It was legal here at some point, a long time ago.
In a
Uh,
galaxy far
Far,
away.
far away.
All right, so I'm guessing then go. You're heading to the Burgeoning Grove.
Yes.
All right, Ezra, you're following.
I'm gonna break off
All
and
right,
head back to the castle.
all right. So you'll head back to the castle. So as you walk up, you see a rather large, exactly as Madame Medina described it, a greenhouse. There's several plants that stand out against the window. Some that you recognize, some that you don't. And there's just an aura of calm that comes about this place. It's almost as if you're walking towards just a warm blanket as you step closer. As you make your way to the front door, open it, you are immediately hit with the smells of different flowers, different herbs that just fill your nostrils. Go for you, this is a very welcomed smell.
Oh, this is great.
As you guys make your way inside, you will see a female furbolg with a long brown dress on. She has a bandana around her head that is keeping some of her more matted fur back. She has long, droopy ears that come down just a little bit past her cheek. And you see she has a set of goggles that are affixed to the front of her forehead. As she's kind of tending to, you see as her hand is moving, there is a bit of magic, a bit of nature magic that's going around her hand. As she moves it around a flower, you see it quickly bloom and blossom into a beautiful sunflower. As she finishes it, she looks over as you enter. She says, "Oh, hello there. Welcome to the Burgeoning Grove."
DM, are you sure that's not copyrighted material?
That is not Pumat's soul. I could not do for Pumat's soul.
Because he's so hello there. Yeah,
Yeah, he's definitely a lot more lively than this character.
Big old booty in your face. Yeah. Hi. It's honestly, it's just nice to be in here.
Oh, well, I am glad that you find my shop so inviting. My name is Obila. It is a pleasure to meet both of you.
How do I spell that?
Obila. Please,
Another.
what can the Grove provide for you today?
I'd like. Do you sell meats of any kind?
I have some. I have some.
I don't need much. I'm mainly here for the vegetables.
Oh, that I have plenty
I
of.
I would love to purchase some fine potatoes.
Oh, I do
Uh,
have those in stock. How many are you going to be needing? Would you like just
uh,
a small satchel's worth?
I don't know if I'll be able to. I guess we're here for a couple days. I could cook with them again. Um, yeah, I'll take a small satchel's worth.
Excellent. That's going to run you only about 1 gold. But I promise you that with the enchantments that I have put on them, they will last for much longer than your average vegetable.
I did
Sure.
not know this. Is everything in here enchanted?
Oh, yes, I take very good care to ensure that everything in my shop will last for much longer.
Oh, this is wonderful. Oh,
And she'll go ahead and you see her kind of take a small brown satchel, and as she does so, she opens a small door where you see that there is a bunch of root vegetables in different pots that are growing, and she just carefully begins pulling some potatoes out, filling up the satchel for you, and puts it on the counter.
thank you so much.
Oh,
Here's
of
your
course.
payment.
She'll take it and
I
set it aside.
did so. Do you grow bamboo?
I'm afraid I do not carry that, at least not at present. I could grow some for you, if you are looking for it.
I would not like to burden your load of carrying that. I'm not going to be around here frequently. I was just curious for the meantime. And you said you had some meats. Would you happen to have chicken at all?
I do absolutely.
Okay.
She'll go ahead and she walks over to a separate door, and as she opens it, there is a cold chill that comes through the room, and you see as she opens the door on the inside, there is a picture of an arms outstretched, jauntily looking Mafi with a large smile on his face. That is just this logo on the inside of the door. She walks. She
That's real.
she walks in and she pulls out a small chest with a few whole chickens inside of it. And sets it. And for that,
how much for just?
Oh, I'm sorry.
How much for just one?
For just one, I will charge you only 6 silver pieces.
Okay, I can arrange that.
Excellent. Let me go ahead. Let me get one of our smaller packages for you. And she'll walk over again to the freezer. She opens it and pulls out a very small parcel, moving one of the chickens into it, shuts it, and puts the rest away.
Okay, and Ezreal? What vegetables do you like?
I'm not sure. I'm kind of a picky eater, so I'll leave that up to you. I could just pick out what I don't like.
Okay. I like mushrooms. I don't think carrots. Yeah, carrots might go in there. They have carrots.
Yes, I do have carrots.
Just a small bunch of carrots.
Oh,
that will work.
absolutely. And she'll go
I
ahead
think
and
that'll
get you about 5 carrots in a small bundle. And she says, "Oh, that'll only run you 7 silver pieces."
I only have a gold, so I'll.
Oh well, that is much appreciated. And she'll go ahead and put it away, and she'll take out 3 silver and head back.
Ooh.
Yes, of course. And is there anything else that I can supply for you?
I think that will be it. I've honestly more enjoyed being here than buying things.
Oh, well, feel free to come back whenever you'd like to.
Of course.
The
I love
Grove
it.
welcomes all.
And I guess we'll leave.
Alright, so you guys head out, and
Wait, hang on.
Oh, uh-huh.
Do they brace here?
Do they what?
Do
Oh,
they
we need
brace?
rice.
Do
We need
you,
rice.
do you ask her?
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna turn around then.
Yeah.
Do you have rice?
Oh, yes,
Or
I do.
any-
Please
also-
follow me into the grove. And she'll go ahead and she opens a door. And you see that there is, once again, just this big hit of herbs and spices that come through. It's a very pleasant scent.
11 of them.
Yeah, 11 herbs and spices. She walks through, and as she takes you towards the back, you can see that there are rice plants. She has a number of small satchels along the side. She says, and how much about are you going to be needing? They're weighed out by the pound. It is 5 silver pieces
yes.
per pound.
You know what? I'll just give you. It's 4 pounds. I'll just give you these 2 gold.
Oh, excellent! I'll get that for you shortly. You see, she takes a special tool, opens a sack, and begins actually harvesting it by hand.
I'll also take a pound.
3 pounds or 5
2.
pounds, perfect. And it takes her a little bit of time, but eventually you guys will be supplied with 5 pounds of rice. And as she finishes harvesting the last pound, she goes, oh, it seems I might need to grow a bit more. Just a moment, please. And she'll go ahead and pull out the new plant. She'll go ahead and pull out the old plants, the ones that she has finished harvesting. And she'll start putting in some new seeds. And you see her hand start to wave over it, and the soil seems to almost pulse with her hand movements. And you see little sproutlings begin to pop up around the garden. She says, oh, those will be good to go very soon.
This place is lovely.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
It's not a character, but
I assume
I
guys
know.
realize. She's sentient.
oh shit.
She's omnipotent. It's just, and is there anything else I can get for you? I do apologize. I don't believe I got your names.
Oh, my name is Morton.
Morton, it is a pleasure.
I'm Ezreal.
Ezreal, a pleasure to meet you as well.
I suppose some mushrooms as well.
Oh, I have some of those. And she'll, just a small satchel as well.
Yes.
Okay, so for the mushrooms, that does take a bit longer to grow. That will be for a small bundle, about 9 silver.
That's fine with me.
Perhaps she'll go ahead and produce a small satchel for you. Alright, anything else you guys are gonna purchase from Mobilla?
No.
Alright,
I'm
so
good.
you guys go ahead and turn, making your way out. She says, well, take care. Please come back anytime you feel like it. The grove welcomes all.
Thank you.
And you guys will make your way out, and it's a bit saddening to you two. Just the kind of warmth that seems to drift away as you walk away from the shop.
I could spend hours in there.
I kinda have.
What do you mean?
It's a lot like my home. I'm from a simple farming village.
It sounds like it was a lovely place. I only wish I could have seen it.
Maybe we can. I don't know what it's gonna look like when I go back.
Alright. You guys go ahead and you make your way. I assume with nothing else, you guys are going back to the palace?
Yes. Sir.
Yeah, you guys were told that you'd be given rooms at the palace to stay.
I know. I wouldn't be able to cook in my room. I'd have to go to the kitchen.
Mhm.
I feel invasive. I guess I could ask.
If you ask around, you see one of the servants will say, "Oh, I think that would be all right for a short time."
What?
So
That's-
follow me, and you will be led into a very pristine-looking kitchen. This is beyond anything you've ever seen before. There are various utensils, various different pots that are set up that are currently boiling away different stews. The overall aroma in here is captivating.
Mm.
Goo,
Yes.
Can I help?
Sure. You're interested in cooking?
I am. I've tried a few times with little.
Oh, that's right. At the Nakak's parents' house. I
Yeah.
remember that. And you haven't learned much, I'm guessing.
Not very much. My attempts haven't exactly been successful.
I mean, it's been a while, and even when I was cooking, it's very rare. My wife did most of it. Yeah, I can show you.
All right. So, Ezreal's preparing this meal with Goo's help, or
am I preparing-
is Goo doing this at advantage from Ezreal?
I think it's Ezreal doing this at advantage, considering he's helping her.
Well, I thought it was the other way around. I just asked to help.
It's up to you
Yeah.
guys. Does Ezreal want to try to take the reins on this, or does she want to assist Goo?
assist me so I can show her how it's done?
Sure.
Yeah.
Make a so go ahead and make a check with your cooking utensils at advantage.
Does that use an attribute at all?
I believe cooking utensils uses dexterity.
Okay.
So dex plus proficiency
Holy shit.
at advantage.
19.
19. Okay, so with Ezreal's help, you guys managed to put together You guys managed to kind of find a small area where you can light another fire, and begin setting up. What are you cooking?
I am making a curry.
All right, it'll take a while.
Curry and turmeric and vegetables.
Yeah. So you'll go ahead and prepare a very strong, very nice smelling curry.
Mm.
Yeah, it takes a little bit, but you managed to finish it up.
How do you like it?
That's really good. Take a taste. It's strong. It's good, but it's strong. Like the flavors and spices that Goo use definitely have a hit of their own as they kind of run across your tongue. Nothing too spicy, but there's definitely a kick.
Whew. It's excellent.
No complaints. Okay.
No complaints.
Right.
I only wish to make something like this in the future.
Well, you can. I can teach you. It's not that big of a deal.
Could you? I'd really like to learn.
Well, there's something I want from you. And it's probably the biggest favor I think I can ask you.
What is that?
It's gonna be upsetting for you to think about when the time comes, but I guess it's kind of a weird thing to talk about it over. I guess this works more than anything. I've seen you a couple times now, bring us back from the dead. And I know that that's difficult for you to do, and I don't fully understand how it works. And I can only assume that the longer I'm gone, the harder it is to bring me back. Yes?
Yes, that's accurate.
Oh. Sorry to cut off the moment. I think we lost Jordan.
No, I'm here. I'm just exceptionally tired, and I don't want people to continuously see me like fall asleep and then cut.
Nice. I like it.
I like it, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. No, you're good. I more have a request than anything. If you find a way to bring back somebody that's been dead a long, long time, and something happens to me, and I go away, and you can't bring me back, don't bring me back. You're muted.
You're muted.
Of course.
Okay.
It's
I
more than that. I just weird to talk about. Have I told you of where I used to live? I guess I've described it, but I'm from a village called Falkirk. I believe it's northeast from here, about a couple weeks travel. No, northwest. We'll figure it out.
The
Um,
DM didn't give us a map key, so.
no, I am. Goo's completely void of direction. That's in character. Even
I know.
didn't set it up.
Continue. Sorry.
If you get to a point where you can only bring one person back, I want you to take my necklace and pull it off my neck. And I put it up towards Ezreal's face, and I open it up, and inside is the picture of me, my wife, and my daughter. I want you to go to the south end of the village. There's a ramshackled house, the crane sitting atop of it, a metal crane. I assume it's still there. If not, it should be the southernmost house. Just south of that is a very, very large willow tree. It's not at all hard to miss. Buried underneath that tree is my daughter, Theophania.
So
One.
beautiful name.
I want, if you can only bring back one person and you figure out how, make it her.
Of course.
I've thought about that every day. Ever since I seen that it's possible.
I can do that. Once I get strong enough. Once my connection to Denia strengthens,
I don't
whatever I can.
I don't doubt that you can do it in your abilities. I doubt that you can make that choice of her over me. And I know it's going to be hard, but it's what I hope that you can do for me.
Just to give a little bit of imagery here to you, Ezreal. What you see when you look into the locket is you see a woman that is a little bit taller than Goo. She's rather thin, red haired. Next to her and next to Goo is a little smaller is the child that very closely resembles her mother, though there are little touches of Goo here and there.
She's beautiful.
I know. She's the reason I'm doing this. I don't know if I can get her back, but if I can, even if I can't, I want this to be a world that is welcoming to a face like that.
I don't see why it wouldn't be.
It's not right now. Being outside my village has taught me that the world's a really fucked up place. I don't know if I'm gonna change everything, but I'm gonna change something. Alright, let's stop being depressing. Let's just eat some food.
So you guys will settle down, enjoy a meal. Aster,
Florenzo.
what would you like to do during this time?
About the Tome of Knowledge and get ready to read when it opens.
Alright, so you excitedly pull out your tome the night before, looking at it, smiling a bit under your mask, and just looking at it eagerly. that itching comes again. That small scratch at the back of your head.
I try and shake it off.
And you just kind of shake your head for a moment. And it seems to fade away.
It's one step closer.
Ravioli kind of peeks up over your shoulder, looking down at the book. Just seemingly waiting with you for the book to open. All right, next day. Yes.
I would like, if Jordan, are you still awake?
Jordan, you still awake?
Jordan!
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 I fell asleep.
Gordo.
Jordan!
Giorno Giovanna!
I, Jordan Giovanna, have a dream.
Oh no.
A
Whoa.
world where Nakax can be happy.
Jordan fell asleep.
Jordan!
Jordan
This is
Giovanna.
this is the perks of living in different time zones.
I want
Can
to
I
talk to that
Get out of
guy.
the different time zone and I'm white.
It's Jordan.
Jordan
Hi.
Giovanna.
I did not take a nap that entire time. I don't know what you're talking about. Everything's fine.
All right.
I have to
Everything's
fix book.
All right. So,
Oh,
Ezra,
shit.
if you'd like to.
Yes, I would. My mouse stopped working. I would like to send a message to Nakax.
Okay.
I don't want to worry you. I almost fell in battle. But it awakened a new power in the wings.
You got 5 words.
I hope you can see it.
I hope you can see.
It.
No, I hope
5
you
words.
can see.
Alright, hope you can see it.
That's the message you received, Nakax. At some point in the night, you're just finishing setting up your tent. You finished cooking up your rations for the journey, and you receive that message in your mind.
Fell in battle? You died? See what? Did something really cool happen? I'm just glad you're all right. Please don't die.
That's the message you received back.
Got another one.
Okay.
I admit, I did come close. But the wings protected me. There's 2 sets now, and I feel more powerful. I'll be alright.
I was counting syllables. I was counting syllables in that last thing.
I know.
I was like, wait a minute, it's something right here, and I was like,
Words.
words. That's what you get back, Nakax.
Good. I'm gonna be approaching Kelrin in a moment, and
Well, Nakax.
or not.
So we'll change it. You're about a week, maybe a week and a half into your journey. At this
Okay.
point, you are
Yeah.
not very far along.
Yeah, I probably haven't even met the town yet. So okay, so backtrack.
Yep.
I've not really seen a lot of things. Just a lot of danger. But I'm glad that you're doing better and you're stronger too. When I'm done, I hope I can be strong too.
When I'm done, That's what comes back to you.
Hmm.
It sounded like Nekex was beginning a sentence, and the spell just cut him off at the first 3 words. This is fun.
When you're done, I hope I can see your safe return. I miss you. Every day. I'm also tired. I'm caveman burning right now.
Your turn.
Let's see, I love you.
Hey, Luke. You're muted.
You big gay.
There you go. So you said I love you. You have 7 words left. If you want to use them.
No, you'll be alright. Wait.
No, that's good. You have 2 words left.
And scratch that. And have faith you'll be alright. And that'll be it.
Yeah, I've always believed in you. It's a matter of believing in me. But I have an idea. I want to try it sometime, and maybe I'll show it off.
Maybe. At the word maybe, the message sends through.
You know, you don't have to be so verbose.
Oh, hang on. Yes. Good night. Love you.
DM's not listening. Let's just talk right now.
No, Tina. Here, Tina, come here.
So, what are you wearing?
What's the weather over there?
We wasted 38 additional spell slots.
That's fine. From here, you're fine.
I'm wearing my tightest thong just for you.
Love you.
Nothing at all.
What?
How big yo dick? All right.
What that mouth do though?
All right. So okay. So you don't have to be served verbose. So you're at 7 words so far. Oh no, not sorry. You're at 9 words so far.
So I love that about you. I don't mean to keep you up. Is that
That's
20.
You have 3 words left.
okay? That'll be it.
Good night, Nagax.
Oh yeah, good night, Nagax.
New spell. Love you. And I will stay up as long as you do. Just to hear you again. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.
So you get the second I love. I already said.
I think that'll be it for
All
today.
right, so you guys you head off to bed. All right. Next day, Aster, as you come to consciousness, you see just faintly there is a shimmer, there is a glow from the book.
Like, yeah, midnight premiere of book.
So knowledge. Who would go see this at 3 a.m.? Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Boy, ravioli, let's go.
Alright.
Here in my garage, my brand new tome of knowledge.
Tome of knowledge. But you know what I like even more than my tome of knowledge?
Plus
Pepper.
2 to my intelligence.
These
Pepper and ravioli.
yeah.
Got
Alright.
this new ravioli here.
Okay, so is there anything anyone wants to do the next day? We don't have to do anything. We can jump ahead if you guys want to.
No, unfortunately, no. That's not what's gonna have to happen. I need to find
small amount of time.
jobs quick.
Uh-huh.
I'll take a small amount of, not a small amount, a decent chunk of time
Uh-huh.
to try to train Bosco.
Okay, make an animal handling check. What are you training him to do?
Just respond to me better and stay still when I need him to.
Okay.
By this point, DM, I have given orders to my hawk to keep an eye out on Bosco.
Make a stealth check for your hawk.
I was gonna say, in theory, would there be a help action involved with the hawk still
I
being
mean,
there?
If the hawk can get to where I'm at indoors.
Ooh.
I'll say Flanar will come to you with the proposition of allowing the hawk to aid you in training Bosco.
No.
And the reason I have the hawk there is to make sure that it stays put and it doesn't fucking wander around the battlefield. I would think then the first thing that would be taught would be stay.
Listen. You're right. I understand that.
But that doesn't mean you're correct.
No. I understand that he's not optimal. Honestly, a bad idea to have in combat. I get it. And I know that I've been kind of stubborn. I can admit that is a problem. But quite frankly, you're an asshole. A piece of shit that I don't like speaking with. You need to get a better attitude towards people in general. And I'm not going to listen to you try to talk to us if you're not even going to learn my fucking name, Flanar. So I'm going to do my best to teach this animal myself. And you can go right the fuck away.
Well, I ain't the individual to just go ahead and say that you're not incorrect. But
I'm incorrect. I've been incorrect for a while now. But I've taken the responsibility of keeping this animal alive, and I should take the responsibility as a parent to parent.
good. Then I'll leave you to it. Very well. I'll go ahead and find myself some work to do later.
Have a good day, Flanar.
All right, make an animal handling check, Goop.
I rolled there's a 23.
All right, so you will be able to teach Bosco enough that it takes a while, but eventually you will teach Bosco the stay command.
Yay. That's good enough for me.
Awesome. So that'll take the better part of the day.
Can I try to also work in a it's okay you can come now?
With 23, I'll say sure. You'll kind of start teaching him you'll teach him the come command.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything, or is Aster just going to be reading away? Now, are you reading the full day? Are you spending a full 24 hours reading?
No. I'm obviously gonna take care of my health. I'm gonna spend like 14 hours a day.
You can spend a maximum of 16 hours a day. You can spend a maximum of 16 hours a day. Other than that, you would not get a long rest.
I guess. Well, the comp sci student in me says 14.
All right. Ezra, what would you like to do?
I would like to practice with both my cooking tools and my woodworker's tools.
All right. So for the first day, go ahead and make a cooking tools check. Not an advantage because Ghoul would be teaching Bosco for most of the day.
Yeah, is this
This
just a
is so
general
straight dexterity. So as you're in the kitchen, kind of cooking away, you're trying to kind of remember the techniques that Goo had done the night before. Going through it, you're like, yeah, this is all coming together. This is good. This is good. And then you hear one of the chefs go, snaps in front of your hand. You kind of wake up from your daydream. The pot is burned to shit. He's like, what are you doing? Get away! He got he takes the pot with some mints and starts dragging it away towards the back. There's just this pungent, burnt smell that permeates the kitchen.
I'm sorry.
Sadly, that day of cooking does not go very well. Make
Can
me
I
the...
at least have a plate of food?
No, not now.
Fine. There
You'll-
goes my cool moment of bringing a plate of food to Aster while he's reading.
You'll try with your wood carver's tools. Go ahead and give me another dexterity check.
Thanks, Friday the 13th. You're doing good today.
Yeah, I've been
All right.
pretty good so.
What are you trying to carve?
A bird.
Bird. Man. A sure
The
is
birds
a
are
weird...
complicated.
It's kind of complicated. You'll take some time and begin carving. And as you're doing so, you're like, in your mind, once again, you're like, yeah, this is smooth, this is winged, this is great. It comes out looking more like a paper airplane.
Does it fly? Can I throw it? Does it fly?
Both of the wings break off.
Through a piece of wood.
That's a nice fish you got there.
Mm,
The wings of the paper airplane were too frail. They just snap once they hit the ground.
Okay.
Oh, I feel bad. Oh.
I feel very sadly. Yeet.
No. Oh, I feel bad now.
It's the dice, man.
It is. All right, so that'll be the day.
That'll be the day.
All right. Next day.
They said 2.5 days. For
2.5
mine?
days. So this is day 2.
This would be day
Oh,
2.
yes, Jordan.
Flanar is actually looking for work. What the fuck's around here? Because I need to get 80 gold.
Oh yeah.
Nothing that'll pay that much.
No shit.
I forgot I wanted to do that.
You'll start randomly walking. I'll make an investigation check.
Not quite the best, but let's see what we got. Nah, that's
So you'll-
not quite the best.
You're asking around. Not a lot of people doing jobs you really want. You just kind of absentmindedly wandering from store to store. You enter into one. You say, "Hey, can I look for a job? Hey, need any work?" And you'll hear a voice go, "Oh, excellent! Yes, I've been needing somebody to clean up around here."
Oh, God, it's him.
So Vafi will put you to work dusting and reorganizing the shelves.
Fucking hate these magic.
And for your day's work, you will be paid handsomely. Wow, I rolled really well. Vafi will pay you 2 gold and 9 silver for your work.
Handsomely.
Considering a normal peasant can live off of his silver a week, that is
Yeah.
incredibly generous.
I don't expect that Flanar is not gonna come out with that handsome pay and not have something stupid happen to him. I
He likes-
guarantee that
Roll
something
luck.
will happen.
Roll luck.
What do you mean roll luck?
That's not an actual thing. Not that I implement at least. Roll a D100.
Spin the wheel, make the deal. I was about to roll a D1000. That would have been fucking bizarre.
35? Good enough. Nothing happens.
If he did fail,
Probably would have
But-
lost. He probably would have lost his pay for the day.
oof.
Uh-huh.
All right. So, Aster, you're just gonna continue reading.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say every night, every day that you're reading, that itch just continues to come back.
Mhm.
But if you don't focus on it, it goes away. Goo,
Yes.
what do you want to do?
Well, if my spade is not done
Mhm.
before, we said a day and a half. So
No, he said
that-
no. He said 2.5 days.
2.5. Yeah, that's what I meant, 2.5
Yeah.
days. But I come back at like 10.
It's definitely late. It'd be closer to closing.
Okay. I was actually gonna make an effort to find some of the poor people in the village and just help them in any way that I can.
Easy enough. You'll. How do you want to help them?
I guess I'd like look at whatever predicament they're in. I don't know.
It's different states. There are some people who are having some trouble with crops. There's people whose houses are in different states of disrepair. Some
I
people who are
don't.
just begging on the side of the road.
I'd probably the people that are having difficulty with crops. I just go over and kind of teach them
Yeah,
how
so
to.
you'll spend the day kind of helping some of the families out, teaching them proper, at least what you know to be proper rotation for crops, how to make things grow a bit better. So that's gonna be Goo's day. Luke,
Alright, I'm gonna practice again with my tools.
make a dexterity check. What are you starting with? Cooking or woodcutting?
The wood carving.
Okay.
What was it? Oh, good. 6.
What are you trying to
Oh,
carve?
good. 6.
What are you trying to carve?
Oh, little dragon.
That
It's
is a
okay,
weird
Luke.
rock.
I can't play the drums either.
that is one strange looking rock.
I got a rock.
I'm sorry, Luke.
Hey, watch, I'll make a drum check. Yep, that's a natural one.
Make a, all right, make a dexterity check for your cooking tools, and the cooks are very wary of you coming in today.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Okay, all right. So you will cobble together a passable stew with the supplies that are given to you. It's not the best, but something.
I would like to take plates to Goo and Aster.
All right, so Goo. Well, you look around and you don't find Goo around this time. He'd be coming back to the palace pretty late.
Okay.
However, you walk in, you go over to Aster's door, and as you peek in, you see Aster just head face down in this book.
I'll just lay it by him and
Alright, so Aster, you will see Ezreal walk in and set a bowl of stew next to you before walking back out.
Aster did 14 hours a day one. How long are you going today?
Yeah. Yeah, another 14 hours.
Alright, so mark 28 hours out of your book.
Yeah.
Goo, by the time you get back, you will be given a lukewarm bowl of stew.
Did you make this?
I did.
I'm gonna taste it. Mm-hmm.
Try it. It's not very flavorful. There's some elements that peek through, but a lot of it is just, it's very bland. You can tell she definitely made a better attempt with, with the spices that she used, but she just didn't use enough of it for it to leave a consistent flavor.
You need to use just a smidge more spices.
Gotcha. I'll keep that in mind for next time.
Is this the only one that you've tried to make? This is pretty
No.
good.
Yesterday didn't go so well.
Like tasted like shit not go well, or
Didn't turn out at all. It's just a
I-
pile of ash in a bowl.
I see. Okay. I have to go pick up my weapon today. Did you want to come along for that?
So yeah,
Sure.
so you'll be able to go pick up your weapon easy enough. So add a monk spade. So what it does is it's the same. It's a two-handed weapon. It does the same damage as a glaive. It's a D10.
Ooh.
And you can hit with the backside of it to do non-lethal damage. You can hit with the shovel side if you want to do non-lethal.
I mean, both are serrated.
Yes, but I'm saying like you can use the more flat end of
Oh,
the
okay.
shovel.
Yeah,
It's built sturdy enough that it can be used as a proper weapon.
Cool. I like that. Got it.
Cool. All right, day 3.
Power through this 20 hours.
I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, Aster.
And then while that's
Yes.
going on, oh shit. Oh, is it? It's slashing damage.
Constitution, 17.
It does slashing damage, yes. 17.
Well,
So you managed to kind of just.
Very
It's-
quickly.
Yes.
Did you want to have Lenar do anything on a second day, or is that 2 gold, 9 silver, just like all the time?
That's like your day of work.
okay.
It took you It took you quite a bit of the day just to find.
Okay. So that's day 1. This will be day 2. That's happening. Do I need to do the same thing again,
Make an
or?
investigation.
Oh, please tell me that someone has like an easy bounty for me to find. God damn it.
Coffee shop. Still needs some assistance.
You fucking try anything, I'll.
You want some gold, child?
2 gold for today.
Mm-hmm.
The joys of trying to find labor. That's not an adventure.
In this economy?
I know, right?
Dude, that's
Pretty
And
good.
you're fine. You're fine. All right. So Goo, you'll go to Mafi's shop, and as you
Yes.
get there, you'll see Flanar in a maid's apron on,
Currently
currently in the process of reorganizing a shelf.
Mafi, you sir are a genius. I
Hey,
love
you
it.
came in looking for work. What can I say? I put them to work when they need it. I take it you're here for the enchantment.
Yes. Would you like to look at my weapon?
She takes it. Ooh, my.
Oh, how much does this weigh?
This is quite a weapon. Certainly interesting. All right. Give me till tomorrow afternoon, and I'll have it done for you.
Okay. How much gold was it? I'm sorry.
950 gold.
Oof. That's right. Okay. Give me just a moment, and I sort through that and count.
Yeah.
And I'm bad
One.
at count.
2, 3.
7.
you'll,
yeah.
you'll,
Let me start over. 1.
you'll go ahead and pay out the 950, and Mafi
Yeah.
will work as quickly as he can to get the enchantment crossed over.
There's definitely a point somewhere in that counting that there's just loud, angry, just in the corner.
So now, why are you so mad?
You
How
look
about-
lovely.
Go make an intelligence roll.
To understand why he's so mad. Holy fuck! Just add the modifier.
Yeah.
18.
Dang it! I was hoping you'd roll low. All right, you managed to retain count.
Wrong cash. Oh my god. Not so good with the numbers.
All right, so Flanar will work the day at Mafi's shop.
Yep.
Ezreal, you want to try again?
Yep.
All right, right. All right. Go ahead and tell me which one you're doing first, and then make a dexterity roll.
Wood carvers first. Okay.
That's Constitution.
Oh shit. Okay.
What are you trying to carve?
Uh, maybe like a moon, like a crescent moon shape or something.
You managed to carve out a very, very nice looking moon.
Alright,
Simple, but still nice.
okay.
And
Uh,
cooking.
Can I wait for Goo?
Yes, make the check at advantage.
I will help. My child.
Go,
Goody.
my child.
With Goo's help, you managed to ride the high of yesterday and produce a better tasting meal today. As you go to present it to Aster, you see Aster just stare. You can't see his eyes, but you can see he's just eyes planted into the book.
Yeah, he's just like slowly, like
He's
almost
like
falling
slowly
asleep.
rocking back and forth as he's trying his hardest to stay awake. You see Ravioli at one point, like he starts to fall all the way forward, begins to sleep, and Ravioli just squawks really loud in his ear. Stumbers back awake.
That's my partner.
Yeah. But by the end of the third day, Aster, you will have finished the book, and you may add a +2 to your intelligence. As the enchantment fades out of it, you now have a 22 intelligence.
Can I also talk to the entity when?
You absolutely may.
The what? Where was I?
What?
All asleep.
Alright, so you'll kind of sway back and forth gently until eventually you kind of slowly close your eyes. You feel that, once again, that itching kind of comes to the back of your head. Do you acknowledge it?
Yep.
As the darkness takes you and the itch in the back of your head comes forth again. This time, instead of pushing it away, you embrace it for a moment. And you hear a familiar voice comes to you and says, "Well, I was wondering when you'd reach out."
Hmm.
You find yourself in an expanseless void. And you watch as the entity, even though it is nothing more than a shadow, seems to leave a tangible form against the darkness. The giant claws still tearing out of its back. As you just see a smile creep across its face. It just looks at you.
Were you the one calling out to me for these past couple days?
I was. I'd hoped you'd respond a bit quicker, but I suppose better late than never.
What is it you're looking for?
Exactly what I offered you. You have already tasted power. Power that I offer. I am merely here to remind you of it and to await you to take it.
There was something I was curious about last time we met.
Yes,
You said I was deluded.
very much so.
Care to explain?
I have been with you for a long time. Ever since the day you touched that book. You know what you did. You know what happened. And yet you walk through life as if it has faded away. I'm sure you feel guilty. But do not let that stop you. Guilt is a fleeting emotion. Embrace what you did. embrace the axe, and I will be able to offer you that power once again.
I have done nothing that I have felt guilty for. It was just a power trying to tempt me to go with your side. Why should I listen to anything you say?
Well, you are certainly strong-willed, I give you that. But I do suppose your brother would have a few words to say to you.
My brother, aren't you joking? You
You
really
see,
are.
forming next to him, this mass that grows out. You see a figure in a long, dark robe. The hood kind of pulled a bit over the face. Different to what you'd seen before. The soft silvered hair, this soft bit of silver hair that flows down to the chest. The head slowly rolls upward. There's just barely peeking out from under the hood are these two piercing eyes that stare at you. Voiceless and soundless, they just look at you and you recognize, to your horror, the face of your brother staring right at you.
Master's going to grab his chest. Who are you?
You hear the voice. You hear a voice now come from the figure. It says, "How quickly we forget, don't we?"
I've forgotten nothing.
Keep deluding yourself all you want. And you see the figure stride closer to you, feet never seeming to leave the ground as it reaches out underneath your face and picks your head up to look you dead in the eyes.
Get away from me.
Come back. Face what you've done. Repent for your crimes. The hand releases you, and all of a sudden there is a large sucking vacuum as you feel yourself being wrenched away from this place. The entity speaks forth and says, "I will see you again, child. And don't think for just a moment that you can hide from your sins." And your body shocks awake the next morning. You've not gotten a long rest.
Can I do the swap?
Do the swap?
The swap!
You can.
Yeah. I think this is perfect time.
Alright, so you'll come awake. Your heart pounding in your chest. See, Ravioli kind of looks over. He seems just as nervous as you are.
I'm going to take a look around the room.
Right, kind of glance around, turn off the dark music. As you look around, you kind of find yourself in a regal-looking bedroom.
Strange, waking up in a place I've never seen before. Everything looks really nice, so logically that can only mean one thing. I've been kidnapped and sold off to slavery to work at a lord's manor.
It's very odd, yeah. It's comfortable, even, especially for a slave's quarters. It's very nice.
Split personalities! Ah!
So,
Oh, fuck! This is gonna be interesting.
Ezreal.
What? What do you mean?
You don't know a thing yet.
What would you like to do?
I don't
You don't wanna go ahead and carve some wood real quick? How's that cooking coming along? Oh man.
We're laughing because it's scary.
It's scary, but it's also like this is gonna be cool when we figure out what's going on.
So,
Yeah.
Ezreal, how would you like to go about your day today?
I guess I'll stay with my routine. Fucking try
Are you
and
starting?
cook.
Are you cooking first, or are you wood carving first?
Is Goo around to help me?
Goo will have gone into town, gotten his enchantment picked up, and come back to help you. Yes.
Okay, I'll start with cooking then.
All right, make a dexterity check. So, with Goo's help, you produce quite a tasty meal. It's absolutely amazing what you two have accomplished together.
That's good.
Do you?
I take it to Aster.
So
Can I talk to Ravioli for a
yes, absolutely.
And you must be some sort of pet that they have given to me to help me deal with shock. Of course, right?
Ravioli? He'll kind of pap over to you and kind of look at you for a moment.
I try to like raise my hand and try to stop him. Don't!
He'll fly back and perch.
Your charms won't work on me. It's impossible.
Ravioli. You'll walk over, Ezreal.
See, it's like I'm just like screaming in my arm.
Aster, Aster, an important question.
What?
Have you fully?
Yeah.
Aster.
So you open the door, and you see. If you'd like to go ahead, David.
Oh, it's not even-
You mean? Oh, I thought you were talking about the voice.
Oh no, I thought that's what I was asking you.
No.
Okay, so you walk in, you see Aster, currently sat on the bed. He seems to be in a bit of a shocked state. Aster, you look over and you see a drow female walk into the room, with a plate of food in her hand.
Aster Florence, are you alright?
And you see Aster starts like walking back slowly. Like, what's kind of throwing you off is like that his mask like lost its glow.
Yeah. So as Aster kind of like is nervously walking away from you, you see Ravioli's perched on the bed frame, and he seems very confused.
Aster Florence.
They're a bed sheet, Eric.
A bed sheet? Yeah, you grab a bed sheet off the.
And I
Of the
try to
bed.
fucking chuck it on top of Ezreal.
I'd like you to make a strength roll.
Like try to throw it on top of her just to like blind her and like book it.
Yeah, make an athletics check.
Not bad actually.
I'll say. Ezra, what's your armor class?
17.
17. Aster quickly grabs a bed sheet, throws it, and you manage to just kind of bap it out of the air with a hand.
Hey! What
Kinda-
are you doing?
And then I run past her.
Aster
Hey!
just runs
Get
right
back
past
here.
you. Ravioli takes off after Aster.
Goo, there's something really wrong with Aster. I don't know what's going on. Help.
Okay.
So, Aster, you just begin running. You looking down each hallway. There are servants that you pass by that just kind of look at you oddly as you run past. Where are you running?
Trying to find a way out. Open
Make
these
an
many-
investigation roll.
Oh no!
You're looking around. You're like, I don't know where I am.
Okay.
Where is anything? You just randomly start opening doors. You run down random hallways. You start blasting doors open. One door you open looks like a bed chambers. There are two people laying down in bed inside. You're like, close the door. You run over to another door. Open it. It's a servant's quarters. They all stare at you awkwardly. Like, closing the door. You run. You open another door. It's just a dead end hallway. You don't know where you're going.
Asta, get back here.
Where am I doing all
The
this?
wrong person.
Yeah.
I sent you a message.
So
I know.
Goo, you're making an
Where am
investigation check. Make an investigation check, Goo.
Okay, that's a 14 plus. I don't know what my modifier is, but pretty good, I would assume.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
that's a 19.
So you're running through. You're kind of following the trail of just confusion down the hall. Aster, what did you say?
I forget.
I think you
So
called
the
that. You're
wrong
like, oh,
person.
I think you have the wrong person.
Yeah.
You don't hear Aster's voice. You hear a different voice. As Goo, you're booking it down hallways. You got both managed to kind of find Aster at the end of a dead end hallway. His hands kind of planted against the wall as he shakily looks at you.
Asta Florence, it's us. Ezreal, Goo, we're your friends.
I've never met you before, and I think you have the wrong person. So if you can let me out of here, that'd be great.
Once again, you don't hear Aster's voice. You hear a feminine voice talking to you.
There's something wrong here.
Walking past them.
You try to
Can I-
go. Aster just
I am-
tries to book it
Oh,
past
by
both
the
of
way,
you.
I'm gonna see if I can have my party
Oh,
Um.
Go ahead and roll straight intelligence. Alright, so you have your fate dice.
Can I try and fucking grab him?
Yeah, make a strength roll against him. Trying to grab.
Maybe this is
Yeah.
a task.
Make a
for
strength
me to
athletics.
do.
Make a strength athletics. Aster, make athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah, you getting that one? Get out of here!
So you go to reach out, and all of a sudden,
Fuck.
Don't need
Fuck you!
so you both reach out, and you give Ezreal on that one.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
Ezreal, as you go to reach, all of a sudden you just feel this tightness run through your neck. You gotta pull the muscle as you go down. Goo, you tend to take the opportunity to reach out and grab, but Aster just goes straight through your arms and just books it.
hey, I didn't make a roll, and I was planning on him using the nat one on Ezreal. So let's
Okay.
fucking do this.
Okay, so make a athletics or acrobatics check.
Acrobatics.
Oh no! Your athletics. It's athletics or acrobatics for Aster.
Okay. Good luck, Aster.
Yeah, you steal my dice.
Okay. You can probably get out of this.
Is it acrobatics, Eric?
It's acrobatics. It's acrobatics for you, Aster, or athletics, whichever
I'm
is
gonna use
higher.
my 16.
All right, what's your modifier?
For its acrobatics, right?
Yeah.
Plus 2.
So 18. What'd you roll for athletics?
11.
11. So you try to reach out, and Aster just goes right past your arms and just starts booking it down a hole. You see Ravioli.
Okay, well,
Take-
faster than him, so
Yeah,
this
you
should be
do. So
easy.
Aster, as you're running down the hall, you just see as Goo runs up next to you and cuts you off in the hallway again.
straight up $1 million man, $6 million.
Get back here, Flintlockwood.
Asta Florence, calm down.
Dude, we're your friends. I don't know what happened. Something clearly is very wrong here.
You know,
We're not going to hurt you.
I don't think this is right.
What's up?
Yeah.
Oh, we're putting in combat music. Are we going to battle mode?
So Aster, this individual just in blinding speed just cut you off immediately as you were booking it down the hall.
I may as well go ahead and ask,
Mhm.
where's Flanar in this? Is he already gone?
Make a what time would you have left during the day?
Well, in order to go ahead and search for a job to try to get his stuff done as soon as
This would have
possible.
been happening around midday.
Yeah, he's probably already
Yeah,
gone.
so Flanar's not in the castle right now.
Yep.
As to Florence, calm down.
Okay, if you're not willing, Aster, I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
You dare challenge me? Oh no!
Yes, you
I
do.
activate Lucky!
Alright, so roll
You
again.
dare challenge me? Yeah, fuck you!
So you try to cast your calm emotions, and Aster's just too riled up for the spell to take effect. Aster, that was, I'm gonna call this as being in combat. So Ezra, that was your action. Aster, what are you doing?
Is there anything I can chuck at them?
You look quickly, there's a vase with flowers in it.
I'm gonna chuck a vase at them?
Which one are you throwing it at?
I'm gonna chuck it at Ezreal.
So you turn, make a strength roll as you turn and pluck the flowers.
Oh!
So Aster quickly goes, ha ha, grabs a flower vase and throws it at you. Are you gonna dodge it or are you gonna try to catch it?
Fuck, I'll try to catch it.
Alright, with a 14, you'll just catch it in your hands.
What is wrong with you? What's going on?
Aster, that was your action.
And then I will run away.
Who are you running past, Ezreal or Goo?
I'll try and run past Ezreal.
So you're running back up the hallway.
Never mind. Is there any other way?
There's-
I'll run past Goo!
There's past Goo, so you going, Goo, he kind of tries to push past you. You can make an attack of opportunity to try to grapple.
Yes, please.
Alright,
Yep.
acrobatics or
That's
athletics for you.
what?
Natural one! Aster,
You
make an
mother-
athletics or acrobatics roll.
Laser motherfucker!
6. So Goo, this time you're like, okay, I got you. And as you go to reach out, you put both your arms up, and as they get to about here, you feel a sharp twinge go down your spine, going like the mid spine. As you kind of holding your back, as you just felt this sharp spike of pain. Aster manages to run past you and start making his way down the hall. It's your turn.
Later.
It's your turn. It's your turn, Goo.
Here, I'm trying to fucking either stop him or pin him to the floor. Oh, that's what do I add for grapple?
Strength plus
Oh.
proficiency.
Plus proficiency.
Yes.
So-
Well, it's an athletics check.
that's even better.
Okay, what's your total?
22.
22. Aster, make a
22!
contested acrobatics check
man.
or athletics.
I'll remind you lucky again. No! I got 20!
So you're running, Aster, and as you're about to round a corner, you put your hand out to kind of steady yourself as you push your way through. You feel your arm get grabbed, and you look back and you see Goo, and you see this individual like grabbing your arm and trying to tug you back. Ezreal, you're up.
Trying to pin him to the floor.
Yeah, so you're getting ready. You have to try to restrain next turn.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna try again.
All right.
As to Florence, we're your friends. Calm down.
All right, make a charisma check. Do you want to use another lucky?
My last one. Come on. Oh, no!
So as you're kind of standing there in a panic, all of a sudden this drow holds her hands out and says, "Calm down." And as she does it, you look at her. Heart rate starts to decrease a little bit. You feel your nerves kind of come back to you. You're not friendly to them. You're indifferent to them because technically you're considering them as hostile. So you're kind of waxing and waning in the situation right now. You're like, I don't necessarily trust these people, but I don't have a reason to try to actively get away from them or hurt them.
Can you tell us what's going on with you? Why have you suddenly started acting like this?
Well, it's kind of obvious, isn't it? You're obviously bad people who kidnapped me and put me in this very nice step home.
Do you not remember anything?
Do you?
Do you know who that bird is?
You see Ravi. You see the little raven kind of looking over at you from a table.
No, it's obviously something you guys sent to me to alleviate my shock of being in here.
That's Ravioli. He's yours.
Obviously.
No, I mean you use magic to make him exist. He's yours. You don't remember anything.
You're muted, Luke.
What?
You're good now.
Do you remember who you are?
David can't hear you.
David's muted.
Okay, yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
Obviously, my name is Ophelia.
And that's where we're gonna leave off for tonight.
You know what? No, very quickly, because I am actually curious. I am gonna get Flanar's last day into this. Why the fuck not? Investigation, go! All right,
we will
it's not
come-
gonna be
we
magic
will-
shot.
all right, we will come back to what that investigation check gives you next time.
We'll
I
figure
put
out.
in all my resources trying to run away from two people.
Anyway,
Figure
we'll
out-
pick this up next week. Thank you, everybody, for watching.
This is
I hope
fucking
you-
wild.
I hope you had a great time.
Yeah. Huh.
So yeah, we'll pick this up next week. We'll see you next Friday. And until then, good night, everybody.